Hello, it is time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
Evening, folks. Let's bring in our peoples. We got, John Jay from the Bay Area.
Yo.
We got from the man from the city that's named after him, David Corona. We got with this guy. He is that Florida man, Levi. From out west, we got Kenny. What's up, buddy? Also from out west, we got the Sentinel. What's up, man?
David, can you speak? I couldn't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I still can't hear you. Let me leave and I'll just come back in real quick.
Can everyone else hear me?
I can hear you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And from back in enemy territory, we got Melissa Rebelli. My bad.
Rebelli.
I remember.
Get right, McNiners.
What's going on, guys? Like, how we all doing? Levi, you getting ready for the playoffs?
I'm excited. You're talking fucking playoffs? I'm excited for it. It's gonna be with that cold front moving across, and shout out to y'all, man. The wildfires have been watching fucking going wild in California.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
I can hear you now, David. Awesome.
All we got is like some snow, and it got really cold. It's January though, like January, February, it gets that way.
Yep, that polar wind came down. It's cold down even here in Florida. It's all the iguanas are legitimately falling out of the trees from freezing down here.
Tommy's backstage. He wanted to say.
Tommy, didn't I get you in here? I thought I got you in here.
What the hell, man? You're leaving backstage?
It's expected to be a cold one in Baltimore on Saturday at 8 o'clock. It's going to be minimum 30 degrees.
Yeah, there's a bunch of fires over here. Where we at?
Gonna be good news for the Steelers.
I saw actually the one just spread to Hollywood Hills, and like Paris Hilton's house and all the LA Stars houses are starting to go up in flames.
Nature's pissed.
Yeah,
it's supposedly it's not even fire season over there, right? Yeah,
no, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah,
summer is when we get our.
I legitimately see the videos every other day of like just people setting fires over there, like the homeless people just weirdly setting fires,
trying to stay warm.
Yes. Nothing about
that. It's winter time. You gotta stay warm,
huh? But
I heard the fire moved all the way to Fontana. It's in Fontana right now.
Is it?
Yeah, it's moving this way. Hopefully not.
I wonder if that's Green Bay's, because I got Super Bowl cups, and they used to talk about the colors of the cup of the Super Bowl. So it's like green and blue.
The chat's already popping. Like we barely got going. The chat's already.
Yeah, what's up, John Jay?
Is
the area, what's up, buddy?
Is the area you live affected?
How's it going? I was gonna say, if you want to be, there you go.
Good over here.
You sent them. Yeah, what YTC? You ended up. You're 3 games out. Like. Tommy and Corona and YTC are tied. Well, I'll go over all this in a minute.
David.
What's going on? Good evening.
I just wanted to ask.
Over all that in a minute.
Did I send you my pick sheet
for this week? Or
I don't think.
I don't know. Yeah. I haven't been on social media much. I'm trying to ignore a bunch of the stuff going on, but I have heard some things like our special teams coordinator gone. which it needs a lot more than that. We need player personnel changeover too.
Who is that?
Our
Schneider?
coverage unit absolutely stinks. Our defensive coordinator will not be returning as our defensive coordinator, but might return as another assistant coach, which he is actually good at.
Mm.
So he is actually good at the positions coach he got, promoted from. And apparently the team's going to send out an offer to Robert Saleh. The Jacksonville Jaguars are interviewing Robert Saleh, and if he has any sort of brain, he'll say hell no to that.
Hell to the no.
Trent Baalke is where you go for your fucking head coaching career on the 49ers to die.
Maybe Rex Ryan.
I mean, what does it matter with that guy? It wasn't Doug Peterson's fault that the team he put together sucks. Okay.
I know there's been a lot of
exactly
coaching changes, and some that surprisingly didn't happen.
Can you imagine if you fired every coach who didn't win a Super Bowl?
So Don Dotson, good evening. Of course, I said I hollered at YTC.
I would have saved myself some pain for sure.
I need to, but before I get too far, I actually need to
free
write
appetizer
his stuff down. Chad Schrader, what's going on, man?
What's
happening? We got he's in the chat too, and in the show. He's double. So Sentinel, he's double dipping. He's in the chat and in the show.
Well, I'm not intentionally. I just wanted to salute Chad.
Oh, you're all right, buddy. I'm just joking.
A double dip.
Bebop, what's cracking?
I even hate the idea of double dipping. It's like, ew. I don't want to.
It's funny.
I
think it's funny.
I could have buffalo.
Jay, what's going on, man? What's going on? Then we got Kenny. Yeah, Kenny. He's doing the same thing.
What's up, Kenny?
The doctor said I had to.
Hey, I
don't need no doctor.
Oh, wow. I like that.
Philly, now, Spongy, you did get I did send you the link, and you are here. Look at that.
Melissa.
There's Spongy.
I've been here for a good.
I haven't been paying attention, buddy. I'm trying to run through the chat. Red Zone.
Finally, there's another playoff team here.
A lot of people.
Hey, watch it now.
Yeah, but what about Jalen Hurts? I mean, he's got a nasty concussion.
He's back.
All right. Well, I just hope he doesn't re-aggravate it.
On ice. Is he going to be able to just turn it on?
Yeah. Jalen Hurts been turning it on since he was 7 years old.
Yeah, I got to give. Okay.
I mean,
Lamar is not a great postseason quarterback until proven otherwise, but he's been a great regular season quarterback.
With the whole
that is the 2025, 2024 Steve Young would be.
That's exactly what he though. Steelers know how to handle the Ravens for the most part.
I think
late 90s Steve Young, right?
With
before the concussion. I would say, yeah, maybe 1990.
1996, 97.
1992, 1993-ish, maybe, because he couldn't get over the Dallas hump.
Was a riot on the streets. Tell me where.
96 to 97, that's when he got like Terrell Owens and Jerry Rice. It was
hey, Kenny, aren't the Steelers on like a 4-game losing streak?
They are, but I mean, the Steelers usually are very good at bottling up Lamar. So if it's that cold, it could be a.
Levi, wasn't the last time the Steelers won a playoff game like 2016 or something like that? Like some crazy number.
Well, I'm not picking the Steelers because they have Russell Wilson. Yeah, I don't pick any team that has Russell Wilson on it.
Well, unless they're playing us.
Come down to Steelers making bad turnovers. So
when I know it's Joe Stevens' favorite quarterback. I hope you're listening, Joe.
They'll be looking for a quarterback.
They actually fired their offensive.
Is that the Seahawks fan?
Yeah.
One of them.
Okay.
Dude, they fired their offensive coordinator. It's not
after one
his
season.
fault. You have Geno.
After one season is the weird part. So he was The offensive coordinator they hired last year was the offensive coordinator for Washington in their, college football playoff run. So it was actually a great in-state hire. It seemed like a good move because it was a guy that was able to produce a bunch of great wide receiver talent that, got all those 3 of those wide receivers from Dunze to McMillan all got drafted and had playing time this year.
I mean, Levi, could you see them?
The argument with
bringing back
Washington was they just didn't have an offensive line.
Say
what though?
Camp Chef, that's right.
Could you see, since Shane Waldron was fired by the Bears early in the season, do you think that the Seahawks fired him originally? Well, they didn't fire him; they wanted to keep him actually. Do you see them going after him again for the offensive
There's
coordinator?
no way the Seahawks. So there's only 2 reasons the Seahawks could have made this move. One, like you're mentioning, they had a guy they knew they were bringing him back in, someone they know, veteran style. The second option is that he quickly showed he's not ready to run an NFL style offense, and the pacing of the game is potentially low. And
Melissa's
if
got
that's
the
the case, he'll go back to college.
Who, Ryan
What?
Grubb?
Yeah, Melissa, you're wearing red.
I mean,
Be
I
careful.
figure that, or he can take a
Because this is
smaller
the West
position
Side.
on a team.
I'm wearing my Ty Alston sweater.
Yeah.
The
Ty's got
Justin
some nice stuff.
I'm
Just
wearing
Justin
the
Smith
sweater because memories.
So I mean, what I want to say
It's freezing cold here, Kenny. Like I have to stay warm.
That's why I moved here, you guys. I don't know if I told
I
you
know, I'm in
today.
sweatpants.
It was like 47 degrees out the other night, but it felt like it was 65. It was beautiful.
So when it comes to Jalen Hurts being out for 3 weeks and him coming into the playoffs this way, what I think is, I think he was ready last week. They just didn't want him to, practice and possibly get hurt. Or
I was already thinking it was a fake injury, basically.
Re-aggravate the finger
Nah.
injury, which has been a problem with him his whole career. And it's just,
You mean his brain?
no, his finger. He has a finger injury as well. He has 2 injuries.
Oh, shit.
But
On his throwing hand?
But they didn't really worry about the finger injury because he's had that since like.
It's just like a bum.
It's like it's
one of those
something
deficiencies he just has to work around. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and the concussion, I think he was ready last week, and yet again, they should have played him last week, but I see what they're doing. But now, our offensive coordinator is getting head coaching requests.
I feel that Todd Monken's gotten one from the Jaguars and someone else.
We can't even stabilize a coach for
No, you have Sirianni. No one else is going to take him.
Spongy, you do realize that's what happens with good teams, right? The coordinators are constantly picked off in the front office.
It is, but yet again, it hurts the team too. We've had the same coach for 3-4 years now. You can cut some money off his paycheck to pay the offensive coordinator a little more if we're succeeding with him.
That's what I'm saying. Shanahan's paid
Spongy, but
really
the
well.
offensive coordinator, if he wants to be a head coach, no one is stop him. I mean, no team in history has actually stopped a guy.
Yeah, well, see, if you're looking at a guy like Kellen Moore, he has had he's made it to the playoffs a few times, and he has sucked in the playoffs. Let's look at it like that.
Saints interviewed him, by the way, for head coaching.
I know the Saints and the Jaguars. So
there's nothing that exists called a Jaguar. Not a real word.
Saints will be in cap hell for the next 100 years.
Spongy, you are not from Tennessee. Stop saying Jaguar.
Hey, Levi, can I ask you a question real quick?
Sure.
Do you know anything about this Jordan Love elbow injury? How serious it is?
I haven't even heard anything about it, to be honest with you.
Elbow.
Because I know Christian Watson had to be carted off. I think it's
Christian Watson?
It was ACL and some other stuff that my brother's really freaking out about. He said it's so much more serious than what Jair Alexander has right now. And then Love had to leave the game against the Bears with an elbow injury. And now he's like freaking out that Philly's not just going to beat him, they're going to whomp him. So I didn't know how severe that injury is.
Well, now elbow injury, we got a finger injury. There's
Did you say beaver injury?
No,
I'm not
finger,
talking
finger,
about. I'm
like
not talking about
finger.
the lady I was dating.
Oh my god.
Smell my finger. Pull my, pull my finger is my favorite.
Wow.
Pull my finger.
I mean,
Smell my
okay,
finger.
Levi, I'm picturing
That's
it
how
now.
Eagle fans have their mating ritual. Pull my
Let me know
finger.
when you're ready, Kenny.
What, like
I'm-
Dewey
talking
from
about checking
Scary
the-
Movie?
All right.
I'm
So
picturing this
Love is
idea.
going to hold practice on the
Did you
Packers are
send me
holding
your
practice
pics?
on
No,
Thursday and
I don't.
Friday.
I looked at IG.
Okay.
and
Keep an
Twitter.
eye on those injury reports. What it was is supposedly, basically, he got a stinger. They hit the nerve, so he kind of lost feeling in that hand. Keep an eye on the Thursday and Friday. Like I said, it's probably just
It's
nothing.
just a stinger.
Yeah, but that
Precautionary.
shit hurts.
Ice the shit out of his elbow. And then once the inflammation goes down, he'll probably be
I
fine.
mean, but that
he's
is
going to be on
something
Be
to
limited.
look at.
fine.
See,
One
I don't
one
want him
bad
to be
hit
hurt.
to that elbow.
Yeah.
Levi, I don't want
Which
him to
is
be
something we're
hurt,
prone
so
to
that's
doing.
good news. But at the same time, I don't want him to be hurt enough that my brother has the built-in excuse like week 1 where Jordan Love got hurt in that game in Brazil. And the game just goes out of control because Jordan Love isn't there to be their quarterback. Like,
I mean, yet again,
either I want it Malik Willis from the get go, or I don't want it to affect him at all. Like, I just want it like one or the other. I don't want like
I'm gonna
it
keep
being
it a
all
buck. I don't think there's a team
messy
on the NFC side right now that can run with the Eagles. Other than weirdly, hear me out. I think the Rams with how much they can score. But I don't think.
Did you see?
The Rams are not a deep playoff
Did you see?
team.
But
They're not.
Did
but
you
their offense
did you
is
see Alex Anzalone just bring life to that defense again
I did actually.
on Sunday Night Football? Like Alex
he was
Anzalone
hurt.
just like made them
I have a clip
fall
of
in
him
line
actually
and
just
play
dancing.
hard. Kenny, you know what the
It's a video
crazy part
of
was?
Anzalone, and it says he's invited to the cookout because it's just him just sitting there, fucking dancing and repping out basically before the
I
game.
want to be invited to the cookout.
Kenny, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that Thursday Night Football game where Jay Greenlow came in for like maybe half the game on Thursday Night Football and how the entire defense played differently. That's what it reminded me of. Alex Anzalone just bringing that spark to that Lions defense.
Yeah.
Oh, can we salute the Broncos for a minute? Can we give them a salute? They're putting a donut on fucking Kansas City. I cannot believe
Kansas City didn't even
I am
try.
wrong.
Well,
I can't believe the NFL allowed that. That's
well,
incredible.
you know why, right? You know why?
Yeah.
Bengals.
Because Mahomes is 26 TDs
They
and 11
didn't.
interceptions.
If they lost, the Bengals didn't get in the playoffs.
Nobody wants the Bengals
But
in the playoffs.
Levi, did you see see Chad Ochocinco freak out on nightcap about that? He goes that they purposely threw that game going 38-0 to purposely make sure the Bengals couldn't get in the playoffs.
If the Bengals,
That's because Joe Burrow has their number.
Yeah, and he's been really good this year.
Yo, I mean,
and that's the
He's
thing.
the only one who could have defeated Mahomes. Now we have to rely on Goof. Goof actually has a better head-to-head record against Mahomes.
No, it'll knock out the Chargers. So the Chargers wouldn't have made the playoffs, and then basically when the Bengals beat the Texans, the Chiefs would have caught the Bengals in the next round, and they didn't want that.
So Burrow and Goff were in the playoffs again.
Levi, what I look at for this game is if they do play Jordan Love, which they most likely will. I don't know why they wouldn't unless it gets
It's a
more
playoff
serious.
game. They're playing
They
him.
have to. There's no game after this.
Well,
Dude, they're
as long as
playing him.
if it gets more serious, don't do it. But yet, even if it isn't as serious, we are prone to injuring guys further. That's the way. It's not always the best way to play, but
it's a business.
Can someone clip that so that way the next time Spudgy says we're all freaking out about something with the Niners and Eagles, we have that soundbite to come back to?
Yeah, exactly. Always keep receipts. Just saying. You don't have to hold a grudge, but always keep receipts.
I know that guy isn't on the.
Has anyone else sent me their picks?
No.
Did I actually send you the picks?
I didn't.
There's only 6 games. There's only 6 games. It's not good.
Okay. All right. Did I send you? You did.
I looked on both and I don't have them.
Oh,
I forgot about the Lions. I'm so
It's
dumb
cool.
on the NFC
It's cool,
side.
Sam.
No, I didn't send you anything, David.
Speaking of the Eagles, did you guys hear the rumor that Javon Hargrave might be gone after June 1st? They might cut him.
He took a pay cut, I thought.
Damn it, Captain.
He took a huge pay cut, I thought.
I said that it was a rumor. I don't know how substantiated it is because it's X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, with their constant nonsense. But
I'm stay the fuck off there. Trust me.
I don't know what's going to happen, but apparently the Ravens have been going really hard even at that last season game. They want Myles Garrett. They're like the fans were doing it super hard.
If you guys steal Myles Garrett from the Browns, do you realize
I would nut so hard. I haven't. Baltimore hasn't had that level of an edge rusher since like T Sizzle in his prime, like 15 years ago.
Yeah, but then there's always injuries.
That'd be worse than when you guys became an organization and like won a Super Bowl right away, and all the Browns fans were like, "That should be in ours."
Remember, we signed Brandon Ayuk. He was supposed to be awesome.
Mentioning that, look, I came across an interesting stat line today. So, does anyone know when the Ravens won their first Super Bowl?
2000 against the Giants.
It was 2000 season, the 2001 Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer, who was 28 years old. So. Fast forward 12 years later, the Ravens win another Super Bowl. Guess how old Joe Flacco was when they won that Super Bowl?
I was just going to say,
28 years
Super
old.
Bowls.
Now
wasn't he 28 and a half? I'm just kidding.
Lamar Jackson birthday was earlier this past week, turning 28 years old. It is 12 years later. If the trend holds true, every 12 years, the Ravens win a Super Bowl with a 28-year-old quarterback.
Trust me, Levi.
Jesus.
That Shannon Sharp clip has gone everywhere about how you guys win every 12 years. Like, that's worse than all the Giants.
I knew that. I didn't know they were all 28 is the fucking weird part.
The only thing is worse is when Giant fans whine about how hard they have it, and yet they've won a Super Bowl every single decade since the 80s when they won their first one.
Can we talk about the Giants for a second? They retained Dabble and was Shane, whatever the fuck his name is.
Joe Shane. Yeah.
I mean,
they let go of Saquon.
That's the Mara family pulling a Jerry Jones and wanting all their little tiny yes men to stay.
So
they have a scapegoat.
It makes sense to me. The owner said one thing. Jim Mora spoke truth. And I was like, yo, this man's a great owner. And then his GM and head coach didn't do what he said to do, failed miserably, and they still have their jobs. I just don't understand it.
You do realize that
it's failing upward.
You do realize that it's mostly Chris Mara and all the other Maras that run the scouting department and everything else, and the picks and everything else. Like Joe Shane's just the face of their constant failures.
Jim Mora came out like 2 years ago and is like, you know what? Dan Jones didn't get a real shot because we got no weapons and our O-line sucks. And if we don't protect our quarterback, we can
David,
never.
I just sent you my pick'ems on Instagram.
And I was like, cool. That's exactly what I want to hear. Go build that O-line. And then they did nothing. And then Dan Jones sucked even harder trying to feed Malik. And everyone knew they were just going to throw Malik Neighbors the ball 20 times a game.
Terradome, what up, bro?
That's why you take him on your fan.
Malik Neighbors had so many freaking Pickens moments where like he's wide open and they just went right through his hands.
Do you think Gerard Mayo got fired?
It is so crazy.
And now the Patriots. So if y'all don't know, if the Patriot had lost that game, they would have had the first overall pick.
Yep.
That's supposedly the story why Gerard Mayo got fired.
Well, supposedly he knew before the game, right? Because there was like a bunch of fighting within. So supposedly he knew before the game they were to fire him no matter what. Because the Jets made the grave mistake of publicly announcing they were going to go after Mike Vrabel hard. And that pissed off the Kraft family so much that they were like, we're going to toss this guy aside and we're never going to let the Jets have Vrabel. So that was a lot of what supposedly caused that issue.
I think Weber would make a cool defensive coordinator here, but I want to hear what the.
I think they had that conversation before, and the owner told him you're going to lose this game. And Gerard Mayo is like, I'm a former player. I'm never going to tell my players to go lose a game.
Yeah,
and,
Levi.
And he probably looked at him and said, you know what, you can fire me. And he said, you know what, if you're gone.
Levi, you remember that what was it, 3 years ago? You remember Lovie Smith's last game with the Texans and how he was like, you guys announced that I'm getting out of here. Well, I want to make sure that no way in hell you're going to have the draft pick you want. And I'm going to win this no matter what you pull, who you say is injured.
Damn.
And he was just like a man out of hell trying to win that game. And he got it.
By the way, Gus Bradley's on the defensive coordinator market as well, hired by the Colts.
I'm surprised it's not in contracts.
So, that's the thing is that just keep your eyes to the news, ear on it, whatever you want to keep on it there. Oh, there we go. That's fancy. That's a fancy bracket you got there, buddy. I might have to ask you where to. No, I'm not. I'm gonna stick to the same one Korey used.
I have to make another drink here in a minute.
Hey, Levi, did you hear the Jerry Jones clip that went viral? It's so hilarious.
Which one?
The one about his head coach should be incentivized with his contract. He has to meet certain marks. And he shouldn't have just a base salary. And that if Mike McCarthy actually wanted to go interview for the Chicago job, that maybe then that proves that he doesn't really want to be in Dallas. So that way the Dallas Cowboys can just say, fuck off if you don't want to really be here.
I wonder where Tyreek is where I'm wondering. And I'm also confused why the Ravens, so we benched Marcus Williams, our free safety. We signed to a 5-year deal like 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. They restructured his contract last minute, just like a few days ago, freeing up a bunch of cap space for the Ravens. And I'm just like, what's it for? Are they going to make us like, are they going to sign OBJ right before the playoffs? Like, what's going on? It's just
OBJ, huh? How many catches did he have this year? How much did he got? 8? He got like $1 for 8.
I don't pay attention to the Dolphins. I already told you. I don't care if it's stupid for the rest of my life. If Tua is part of that organization, I'm not picking them.
I mean, I know people in Miami. I mean, Levi probably may as well. They don't like McDaniels at all.
It's a mixed boat. Like half of them love him. 2 years ago they were loving him.
Exactly.
But it's volatile here in Miami. Too much coke in the bathrooms.
Losing a lot of money.
I mean, when it comes down to it, it's all just a bunch of speculation. When it comes to Mayo, like I get the feeling that Vrabel comes available, they're probably going to go after him anyway. What can you say?
I want the next Doogie Howser. I don't want Rex Ryan.
Which it is confirmed they have
Doogie Howser.
Yeah, I want the next Doogie Howser. I don't want some old fart.
How do y'all feel about the Antonio Pierce firing?
Fire them all.
I thought did they fire him?
They fired him. They fired
whoever doesn't win a Super Bowl. You're fired.
They fired Luke Getsy, their offensive coordinator. They fired the quarterback coach, Rich Scangarello, and they fired their offensive line coach as well, which I agree with the offensive line coach firing.
I really hope never have to hear Rich Scangarello's name again.
They're looking for a head coach with an entire offensive staff is what they're looking for, basically, in their head coach search.
That guy, since he was like 4 years old, he was called Scangarello.
So far, they have requested 4 interviews for their head coaching position. Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator of the Lions. Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Lions. Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator of the Ravens. And Steve Spagnuolo, the Chiefs defensive coordinator. So 2 DCs, 2 offensive coordinators.
I wouldn't mind stealing him from KC.
Yo.
No thanks.
Aaron Glenn has pulled off this year. It's just amazing.
It's true. That is very true. I have a feeling that they want the offensive coordinator, just them firing the rest of the offensive staff feels like they won. Like usually, you know, when you bring in like offensive head coach or from an offensive coordinator, he's probably going to bring his quarterback coach to be the next offensive coordinator under him, and yada yada, so forth. Move everybody up. Tight end coach might end up.
Oh, look at this.
We have a bunch of people.
I know. We got this guy. He's up in here.
Pterodome.
Pterodome.
What's up, there, dudes and dudettes?
All right, where's Sentinel go?
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
there
make
he
another
is.
Crown and Coke.
There he is. He's back, baby.
Damn.
And
I
then
fucked up.
there's 10 though, and we only got 9 showing. So what we got going on here?
Oh, I have to respond to the chef here. The fucking Irish are going to kick Penn State's ass this weekend.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't pull a 9-iron on that one.
No.
See, they actually have a special teams coach.
Who, Notre Dame?
Yep.
Eagles Wi-Fi. The Eagles
Mr. Biaggi. I have my.
we just
I
lost
have
somebody.
My eyes on him for the San Francisco job.
I have no idea who we lost.
It's like memory. Melissa's got
Too many people. There's too many people.
We got Pterodome in the house.
The East Coast Wi-Fi.
We got Pterodome in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what kind of lighter you got?
All right, guys. So hold on.
The right color.
Week 18. David Corona
Notre Dame
went 10
gave
and
us
6. John Jay went 9 and 7. Melissa
10
went
and 6. I thought I went 11 and 5.
Sentinel, can you hear me?
6.
Yes.
10 and 6.
Okay, good.
Or did you switch another game?
No, we're cool, dude.
Back and forth. Anyway.
Yeah. 11 and 5. I went 11 and 5.
Okay.
Wait, you said fuck Notre Dame?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just barely.
Notre Dame gave us God. What are you talking? Okay, I'll do respect. Notre Dame gave us Joe Montana. I will not hear any Notre Dame slander from any 49er fan.
U.S.
Notre Dame gave us Joe Montana.
I got you losing the Falcons, the Packers.
Yeah, the Falcons. I lost the Falcons.
Did you pick the Jags or the Colts? Because you switched to the Jags.
No, I went to the Colts.
Because that was one that I think you were going back and forth on.
No, I went for the Colts.
Shady rigged pick'ems.
Rigged pick'ems.
I got it on a paper too. I can show you my paper too if you want to know.
Losing to the Bills.
Oh, Melissa's back.
Yeah, I lost the Bills. I lost the Bills. And the Rams too. Lost the Rams.
So you lost.
Hell yeah.
I lost 5 games.
Bills, Packers. Okay, then you went 11 and 5. There you go.
I probably had a terrible.
11 and 5.
I didn't even know who was playing in these games.
That's the thing is when you change them over and over again, I'm like, gotta not do that, guys. Gotta make a pick.
David's head is full of
the
shit.
The Jags Colts. You originally picked the Colts. You could have just stuck with that. I mean, you know.
No,
anyway,
yeah.
Oh, Melissa's backstage. Melissa is backstage.
I got you.
I should have stuck with Cardinal.
Thank you.
That was dumb.
So here we go. So that makes you 182 and 90 on the season, which I'm not even getting into that yet. So David Corona is 11 and 5. John Jay's 9 and 7. Melissa went 11 and 5. YTC went 8 and 8. Captain went 7 and 9. Kenny 9 and 7, buddy. Spongy went 7 and 9.
Not bad.
Levi actually won the week at 12 and 4, which
he's making another
Levi week 18. He's not even
That
here.
means that Baltimore's going to lose. God damn it. No, I'm just kidding.
Sentinel went 9 and 7.
Yeah,
Dawn went 10
Oh,
and
yeah.
6. Tommy went 10 and 6. I went 9 and 7. Tony went 9 and 8. Tony went 9 and 7. Lily went 8 and 8. BC went 9 and 7. Joe did not send picks. That's 3 weeks. I think ever since the Seahawks got eliminated from the playoffs, he had an opportunity.
I vote to ban Joe from the next.
Oh, you poor guy.
Kenny, do you want to hear something crazy?
All that shit
In the same mood.
I actually made those picks 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I made them at the same time as week 17.
I didn't know who the hell was playing that.
Pterodome went 8 and 8.
I have no
Crazy Juice went 8 and 8. Red Zone didn't have any picks last week. Chet Schrader went 6 and 10, which he normally does really good. But it's week 18. It's hard to pick. Levi, you won the week. You went 12 and 4.
I'm laying off.
Hey. So Papa J
Levi won the week.
Steve-O, who's not with us today,
what
went
happened to Steve-O?
11 and 5.
Oh, he was right there with me. One off.
Steve-O's not. He might be having some issues. I hope he's all right.
Oh no.
But So overall, Corona is 182 and 90. He's in second place. John Jay is 155 and 117. Hold on. Is that right? Mathematics, Dave. Yeah.
John Jay.
155, 117.
What a shame.
Melissa is 176 and 96. YTC is in third place at 181 and 91. Captain went 161 and 97. Kenny 168 and 104.
Hootie.
Spongy went 153 and 119. Levi made a comeback to 142 and 100. This is
Damn,
and I missed a week.
Ooh, now you're making excuses.
You did, didn't you? Let me see.
Levi, I don't hear any of that.
You did miss a week.
I know.
You forgot me.
You did miss a week.
What about Senta?
And
What
this
about
is
me?
after week 9, Levi was 60 and 64, folks. That he made a
What
good
about
comeback.
Tommy? What about Tommy?
Golf clap. Golf.
I'm in first.
So Sentinel went 154 and 118. Dawn
Yes.
167 and 105. Tommy is the regular season winner at 184 and 88.
Boo this man.
Boo.
Boo.
Chef cooking. Chef
By 2
cooking.
games. By 2
Tommy,
games.
I'm proud of
I
you,
won the
but
season by 1.
no standing up for
Oh.
Penn State around me. I can't hear that shit.
So I went 173 and 99. Not bad. You know.
Penn State
Tony
sucks.
went 159 and 113. You know what? 173 and
He's a
99, and I was negative like my first 3 weeks.
Okay, David.
Don't
I
Don't be
don't hear
surprised
you.
if Marcus Freeman is our
Those are
coach several
strange,
years from
those
now.
first 3
We're
weeks.
so
That's not
negative
bad.
for
That's a good comeback.
Feeling teams
I don't
out.
want to hear it.
I
Hey,
got
McNiners, how many games Tommy ahead of me?
2.
Tommy is 2 games ahead of you, buddy. So Tony is 159 and 113. Lily went 156 and 116. And let's see, Spongy she won the Battle of the Youngins by 3 games.
Girls are always smarter.
Shut up.
BC went he
Oh,
came
wait,
back
then
135 and 137. Joe went with 98 and 70. Terradome 94 and 56. If you would have played
Okay.
more, you'd probably be up there a ways.
Pretty nice.
Crazy Juice went 131 and 63. Red Zone
Not
went
bad.
36 and 14 on the season. Like, yeah. Chad Schrader went 119 and 59. So he's pretty much almost 2 for 1 there. Papa J went 86 and 50. Steve-O went 29 and 18. Dion's still stuck at 7 and 3, and Carcass is at 11 and 5.
David, I got a question.
That's everyone who played this year.
I got a
Well
question.
done, everyone.
Is there
I had
anybody who is currently in the panel who I beat this year, just so I can have bragging rights?
Okay, let me look at
Small
this.
victory.
Look at this.
Oh, that hurt my stomach.
That's actually
Small
funny.
victory enjoys
That's
small
actually funny.
victories.
That's probably all the crown.
I pulled an abdominal muscle on Friday. And it
Nope,
still
Rizzo
almost
got you
healed.
by a game.
Was it picking up a case of crown?
I'm in front of him by 1 game.
Yeah, you're in front of him by a game.
Hey, it's not over though. The playoffs count.
If he dies, he dies.
He does.
Tommy's
He does. He
up by
does.
2 games right now, Corona, and then third is YTC.
No, it just makes me laugh because it's my first year
I mean,
doing
when
it.
it comes down to it, like Terradome didn't play every week, so 94 and 56, but
Yeah.
he didn't play every week. So when it comes to the people that played every week, no, there's no one over here you're
Yeah.
ahead of.
Damn.
Hey, Levi, can I ask you a question? Did you guys plan anything if you win?
Shut up, Brent.
Yes,
You
we have a
pick
little
your team.
trophy.
No, I meant like the Raven fans. Have you like planned anything if you win this weekend?
Oh, they know better. They know.
They're winning.
Yeah.
There's no way they're losing.
It's just the start.
They didn't even print up the shirt.
I was just curious because
They printed.
I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but there was a group of Philly fans who bought a banner and had it fly by MetLife this past weekend, saying thank you for Saquon instead of the usual like Giants banner, which usually says fire Dable,
John
fire
Mayer, yeah.
Joe Shane.
Well, why would they
and
want
then
them to?
And then there was a clip of Jason Kelsey remarking on it I think on like Sunday night or Saturday night football, because that's what the game was for ESPN. And it showed him at MetLife kissing the building, saying thank you for Saquon too. So
you want to know where
I was just curious if the Ravens and Steelers are going to do something similar.
All right, Chad Schrader. I'll bring up that comment in a second.
They're
Brian,
just going to
what's
stare
going
at
on,
Patrick
buddy?
Queen
Good to see you.
really hard.
Brian, go
What's
to the
up,
chat.
Brian?
Everybody say hi to Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, what's up,
Hi,
Brian?
Bryant.
Chad
Brian.
Schrader. That's because of Russell Wilson, dude. Like, if you guys had a QB, you'd be so dangerous.
I'm telling you, y'all didn't watch. I don't know if y'all watched that last Steelers-Ravens game. It would have been a completely different game. So Russell Wilson scrambled out of the pocket. He was heading towards – he was in the red zone at this point. He was maybe about 5-7 yards away from the end zone. So had the first down, but got a little greedy. Definitely prideful moment. He chose not to slide when he could have slid after the first down and done an easy. Well, someone took a big shot on him. Fumble came out. That game changed right there. And I'm telling you, it's a completely different ball game if he just, case in point, hadn't been prideful. It wasn't even like bad ball mechanics or anything like that.
He was trying to make a big play, man. What the F?
That's pride. Fucking with your head.
Yep. But I'm just saying, if they just suck up that pride a little
If
bit,
you're going to make a mistake, make it big.
it's going to be a fun game, that's for sure.
There
Just
are
reminded
two
me of that,
things I want to bring up about the Eagles, at least right now.
I joke this might be y'all's colors technically. So this is the Super Bowl Cup, I guess, with the colors.
Yeah,
I'm like that. It's either Packers or you.
Phillies and Chiefs.
It's going to be Packers and
The other color is a dark blue and black. I don't know if that's
That's the
supposed to be
Lions. That's the
Buffalo.
Lions. Like,
Oh, you're so right on that. But they're both.
There's
same.
Lions blue too.
What?
They put all the colors on.
Smoky, bro.
Who's on the AFC?
hey! I will put you off camera. All right. So what?
This is a children's show.
All right, Spongy. What were you saying?
So where you saw that clip, Melissa, about him kissing the stadium, that came from his intro for his Friday night talk show that he has on ESPN. That debuted last week. He had 3 Philly natives, or not natives, but athletes and natives: Charles Barkley, Brian Baldinger, and Lil Dicky.
why does Barkley love Arizona more than he does Philly?
Yeah,
he lives in Arizona.
He flew down from Arizona, and I don't know. I think Levi.
Who's Tommy picking first, McNiners?
But did anyone
You want Tommy picking first?
No, you go first, Corona.
the message that John
already have
Mayer
my
sent
picks
to
here, so.
Saquon
I will.
after Saquon's commercial that Saquon made?
Corona, my worst brother.
Spongy, I try to avoid the Marrow family like the plague because all it does is piss off my father, and then we all have to suffer his wrath because it's never changing.
Well, Levi,
Is your dad sort of like George Costanza's dad on Festivus?
I would assume it's like the same with anyone who has like a Cowboy fan in their family. Like you just can't change the owner, and it just gets worse and worse as time goes on.
Yeah.
So,
well, Levi, did you perhaps see that at all? The response that Mayer had to that sleep commercial.
I actually did not see that he responded.
I think he actually called Saquon.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hold on, I'll bring it up. And
That's the definition of salty. That reminds me of the
Either
Chick-fil-A
right now
owner I worked for. I put my 2 weeks notice in, and then I got a call from this Chick-fil-A owner, and I'll never forget. I was so mad at him because I was on the phone with this girl, and I was like, "Hold on, that's such and such, the owner calling." And he sat there and chewed me out. Was like, "Levi, I could have matched that money. I could have got you that scholarship." Sat there, chewed me out, and I was like, "Are you done?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, this isn't very becoming of an owner."
Yeah. So this was the quote: "How could you not ask me to be in it? Tossing and turning would have been great. There's an acting gene in our family."
There's a what?
There's an
There's an acting gene in their
Acting
family.
bug?
No.
Bug?
Okay, Spongy, I gotta cut you off here. Do you remember? Because I know you pay attention to your division, right?
Yeah.
You remember the first time Saquon Barkley had commercials for the Giants? He was so bad at talking into the mic. They literally ripped out every word from the commercial and then just had him silently, mutingly shaving in the ad because it was that
that's
bad.
right.
They were like, please don't let this man ever talk in an ad.
Yeah.
He was like Rocky. Or
The
something.
Gillette
That was
ad.
that bad.
Yeah, now remember?
Odiferous.
When you said that, now
You kidding? I got
Sort of
speaking of
fast.
shaving. I got the according to all these reviews I did, the best head shaver in the world on the way. Well, I'll let you know.
I've seen
balls or
ads
your
for
head?
that one.
David, are you sure you need it?
Does that say Camp Chef on your hoodie?
Spongy, I still have hair.
Yes,
I
he
still
does.
have hair.
Yes,
I
he
shaved my
does.
head.
It's
I still
there,
have
but
hair, dude. I just shaved my
Bungie,
head. I literally
Bungie,
still have
don't
hair.
be a hater. Don't be a hater.
Are you a camper, David?
Bald is
I'm the
beautiful.
camp chef.
I was about to say I saw that. I'm like, oh man.
Well,
But,
this is
Levi.
actually from a like an organized camp that you have to go through so many background checks just to be at if you're an adult. But you got to be safe with them teenage ladies. All right. So
I found it funny.
It's full of raging hormones and everything.
I didn't watch.
yeah,
the
you
whole
got to be
video,
real careful who you send up there.
But someone posted a video, and it was like how Kenny Pickett is gonna win the Super Bowl for the Eagles and pull
the way that Nick Foles did.
Yeah,
The way.
okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but Spongy, I said that like a month ago.
I looked at it like
Oh
this.
crap!
I'm gonna die laughing.
We beat Tom Brady.
I really
and the
should be
Patriots.
doing home repairs right now because I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Could you imagine if it actually ends up being like Kenny Pickett versus Malik Willis for that playoff game?
I want Joe
All right. Hold on, folks. We got us a clip coming up. You ready, Levi?
I thought y'all would appreciate this.
Sarcasm.
I can't maximize it. So this is an example of what they call tackle trap. So it's basically a tackle pull is all it is. And of course, I figured Sponge would like this because it's them. And of course, y'all might like it because they're swallowing on the Cowboys. And everyone loves watching a Cowboy just get smashed. And I joke that this should be run more by y'all with Trent Williams because Trent's that athletic. But watch him just demolish this defender.
Ride a
He's gonna
horse.
pull
Save it.
right off. You let
Fuck out my way.
You
Was
let
that
That's a
Parsons?
that's a fuck out my way hit. Fuck out my way.
Hell yeah. Hell
you
yeah.
let
Get the fuck out of my way.
so you down block on the right side to create the hole. You let the edge defender through so that your 300+ pound tackle can catch full rhythm into them. This guy on the right thinks he's about to make a play, and then
This is where you see the chest. Wait, see the chest.
He did that to a linebacker like it was nothing.
Was that?
You know what, Levi?
Rough slidden.
Yeah,
You're gonna have me up till I cannot. 3 a.m. watching the Niners versus the Green Bay Packers in the divisional game at Green Bay in the snow when Trent Williams just went all the way to the right side and just like knocked over George Kittle and like 3 different Packers on that one play.
By the way, shout out to Kittle. Kittle actually made I don't know if y'all saw the NFL Next Gen Stat team for tight end. Basically, they said they were talking about even though his numbers, aren't as big as some of the other guys this year, he's made his production on a lot less, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know. Didn't he have
But the crazy part is
he had the best numbers as a tight end.
Everyone keeps talking about Mark Andrews or Sam Laporta or any of these other like more receiving tight ends.
Brock Bowers.
And nobody ever mentions that George is the only one that's gotten even close to Shannon's single game record, and he did it in 30
I think
minutes
Shannon
of
made a
football.
phone call to Mike. I think Shannon made a phone call to Kyle.
Oh, that
I'm
was
straight
Kyle
up
making
serious.
sure that he couldn't do it against Shannon's former team. Like,
I think
there's no
Shannon made a
reason
phone
why
call.
he almost got that with Nick Mullins of all quarterbacks, and then they just never go to him in the second half. Like, you couldn't force one play.
Yeah. Somebody made a phone call. I'm saying it's Shannon. You made that phone call, Shannon.
Alright,
You did.
alright,
You know you did.
That's fine.
You know you did.
Maybe it was Corey Taylor who made the phone call.
So let's get on it, folks. We got the San Diego. Oh, I mean LA Chargers going to the Houston Texans. Man, I honestly think this is a harder one to pick than anyone thinks.
Yeah.
You know, quite a few people that have set their picks and already picked the Chargers.
The Texans are horrible.
I
Jim
did.
Harbaugh and the Texans. I mean, they've
And now
lost.
no
They've
Tank
lost
Dell
enough
either.
to the point where I don't think they'll make it far.
Stroud is perfectly healthy and he stinks.
Is Joey Bosa even available for this game?
Podcast curse.
Never is.
I have no idea.
Because I know he got knocked up on I think Saturday or whatever they played this weekend.
It sounds crazy saying it, but when the Chargers beat the Broncos a couple weeks ago, they got my final respect. I'm done. I don't doubt Harbaugh defense anymore. Herbert is thrown like for 34, or they've scored.
Kenny,
like
it's
Saturday game.
It's still Greg Roman.
So McNiners,
It's still Greg Roman.
So I mentioned this earlier. Some of the games, their practice window.
Yeah, she's actually.
But for the Saturday game, the practice is open today on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, for the Chargers, Quentin Johnson dealing with thigh and illness. Let me see. I don't see much on.
Yet again,
Bosa,
who
so I'm
cares if
guessing
Quentin
he's good,
Johnson
though.
is out? Quentin Johnson can't catch the ball to save his life.
If the last game of the year, he's going to play.
And I'm not trying to be rude, but
He's gonna play.
Levi, you've been on teams. Don't be silly.
Shaq Mason might be out for the Texans, and that actually might be big.
The Texans are a terrible team when they were healthier. I wouldn't worry about the Texans.
I'm telling you, I watched one of the Texans games earlier, and if they have to put Kenyon Drake in there for Shaq Mason at guard, that kid got ran over all game.
You mean Kenyon Green?
Yes, thank you.
Or
Oh, man.
Oh, all right.
They've got
Here
like
we
two
go.
of them. Like
David
Stroud.
Corona. David
Yeah.
Corona, buddy. Who you taking?
He left.
What?
he just wants to see who Tommy picked.
I heard him say not to be rude, and I think he
Yeah, he's
Sounds
trying
like
to cheat.
had something going
No,
on.
he's trying to pick the opposite team as Tommy, trying to catch up.
Oh, that's smart.
Somebody wants. They're trying to get it.
That is a strategy.
It is.
Except when someone takes the obvious win.
All right, hold on a second. Levi, thoughts on who? I don't even know who the hell that is. It football related?
I'm pretty sure he's talking about the linebacker. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
Dion Henry.
Or is he talking about a college player? I'm not sure.
There he
Linebacker
is.
for the Chargers.
What was he? The Kansas State linebacker, if I remember.
I think so. He came out like last year.
All right, Corona, what's your pick here, buddy?
I'm taking the Chargers.
You heard that Tommy picked the Chargers too, right?
That's actually a nice pick. Because I don't think the Texans. John Jay, buddy, who you taking here?
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers.
Look at this, baby.
No, internet. Now we've had some power fluctuations here in Utah, some transformers blowing up and stuff. So I hope nothing bad happens while we're on stream. Melissa, who you picking?
I am going with Jim Harbaugh and the LA Chargers to finally win a playoff game.
I have faith in Harbaugh. YTC picked the Chargers. Captain hasn't. I don't think he sent his picks in. I think I might have sent him the pick sheet late though. Hopefully he gets them in before all the stuff starts. What's up with all these fake people on Instagram following me?
Fake?
Kenny, who are you picking? Kenny,
They
who are
said
you picking?
single looking to
I'm
mingle
sorry,
in your
I didn't
area.
hear you. I'm taking the Chargers.
Chargers. All right, who's got background noise?
Thomas.
That's me. Sorry.
He's
All right.
cooking up. He's cooking up a cup of soup.
Oh yeah, he was drafted.
It
2
sounds
years
like he's
ago,
cooking
Cardcast.
bacon.
I'm cooking
Spongy,
steak right
who
now.
you picking here, buddy?
This is my last pick that I can.
You're cooking your
do on
what?
here. I can send you the rest.
Ribeye, baby.
But here I am
Picking
Vegan?
our bacon. He's picking our bacon.
Bacon's awesome.
I'll cook cheese in a pan and
Hey guys,
let it
Spongy's
dry
trying
out.
to make his pick. Spongy's trying to make his pick.
Okay.
He needs total
the
concentration.
the San Diego Superchargers.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
Got it.
No, it's just Spongy's mic ain't great, and I can't hear him when everyone's talking. So we gotta,
Oh, absolutely.
Levi, buddy. Uh-oh.
I think this is going to be the Chargers. They want to see a Harbaugh 2.0 in the playoffs.
Why? Every single time Jim goes against John, he loses.
Until now.
Seriously.
Still makes
Like
for good
wrestling.
football.
Until this time.
This could happen. All right.
Well,
Sentinel, who
did
you
they-
taking, buddy? I need you to send him to me.
I'm taking the charge. Well, yeah, I'm taking the Chargers. I think ultimately this is what gets him over the hump. I think Justin Herbert has been reignited. I think there may be something there. Reignited like you're reigniting a fire.
Oh my gosh.
Not reunited, reignited. Like it's like reignited his passion and love for football.
You could say you're very
And I think that's what will carry that team over the Texans. You also have CJ Stroud having a sophomore slump.
Yeah.
So I think the Chargers are the clear favorites here.
13.
Unless the Texans D gets nuts.
But don't they only have Nico Collins, who hasn't exactly been healthy this year?
Exactly. Tank Dell went down with that
Tank Dell's
wrist
stinky
injury. Stephon already had.
They're gonna stack the box. Mixon ain't gonna do squat.
I'm telling you, the problem's going to
Hey,
be
Joe Mixon deserves more respect there, Kenny.
Shaq Mason does not
no
start
Nico,
at guard. Their backup guards are so bad. They get just straight pushed back into the backfield. I covered one of the Texans games earlier this year, and like I said, I watched Drake start at guard, and he got wrecked.
One game in your
Yeah, it sucks when your O-line isn't
Tommy,
doing
you want to make
shit.
your pick, buddy?
And interior pressure is a
Dodge
different thing for a
Stratus.
quarterback like Stroud. Any pocket passer, if you can push the interior, there's a reason those type of D tackles are paid big money. That's why y'all
Hell
signed
yeah.
Hargrave, because he was supposed to be able to do that while also defending the run. And
Yeah, he can't do either.
he pulled an Albert Hainsworth.
Penetrate the
Before I
pocket.
tell you, I just want to say I drive a Dodge Stratus, and I'm a
I drive a
manager, so I
Dodge
deserve
Stratus.
respect. I deserve respect.
That's a $4,000 car.
I got the flu right now, so I don't know who gave it to me. Yeah, I got the Chargers.
Sorry, I spit in your mouth, after Friday night. I'm sorry.
I always sneezed on the silverware.
Soon Dodge is gonna own the Chargers.
Okay. Come here.
Oh.
Come here.
Where is this guy?
In Florida.
That's the
Probably
new
wanted
gay,
by
that's the new gay dating app. Where is this
Kenny,
guy?
are you streaming to your channel right now?
No, sir.
I'm streaming to mine.
Okay, he's on mine.
Nobody wants to see me on TV. Nobody.
Wait,
I was
I
just
thought I
seeing-
saw
I
you
was
on
just seeing.
OnlyFans.
We got old
That's not
Daryl
TV.
Zine
I
back.
saw you on America's Most Wanted.
That was 10 years ago.
Daryl
Catch a
Zine,
Predator,
the guy that has
season
the-
Oh, no.
God, I love that show.
You do not want to be on that one.
Chargers.
Why do
I'm
you think
taking
they have
the
to do so many
Chargers.
background checks on those camping trips?
Where the hell do you think we Bungie?
Serious background check. You didn't believe it. But I'm taking the
Sorry,
Chargers.
sorry, bro.
Tony takes the Texans. Lily takes the Chargers. Bryant takes the Chargers. Terradome, who you taking here, buddy?
Got
You
Chargers.
sent them to me. You sent them to me. I got them. Crazy Juice, buddy. It's the playoffs. Crazy Juice. See you in the chat. And we got the Chargers at the Texans. This is Crazy Juice. We got the Steelers at the Ravens. Then we got the Broncos at the Bills. The Packers at the Eagles. the Commanders at the Buccaneers. That's the battle of long names. The Vikings at the Rams. Let me know who you're picking, buddy. Let's see. And then Papa J, and Chad Schrader both picked the Chargers.
Who's watching their stories in the background? I can hear your
know.
story.
I had like a 4-hour-long story going while I was taking a shower before this thing.
You took a 4-hour
called
shower?
the never-ending.
It took that
No,
long.
just a 4-hour-long story. It's actually a very interesting thing. But so the next game, and it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, Russell Wilson, baby,
That's right.
at the Baltimore Ravens. Corona, who you taking, buddy?
I'm taking the Ravens.
If you want the win, you will.
Hopefully.
John Jay, who you taking?
Oh, I'm taking the Ravens.
Well, I just look at it like it's Russell Wilson. Like he's probably going to be the Steelers' downfall. That's my opinion.
He's going to be doing wind sprints in the airplane on the way.
Melissa, who you taking?
I am taking Baltimore, but I have to ask Levi something real quick. How are your special teams? Because I saw Connor Hayward just take over special teams, and that worries me about your team.
Have not been a good year for our special teams.
We got throwback.
It was
Okay.
What's up? Oh, Papa J said he took the Texans. Did he take the Texans?
Levi,
Oh, he
one
said
thing
it was
real
Spanish.
quick.
My bad.
Are you shocked that you guys won the
Learn
division,
Spanish.
because the Steelers just fell apart in December?
Yes and no. This
Oh,
has been a
throwback.
damn good Ravens team.
All right, gotcha, Papa J.
They've always had the potential to win this division. But man, I would have never expected the Steelers to fall apart like they did.
Really?
Yeah, I was never a big fan of the Arthur Smith hire to
'Cause I
start
remember a
with.
guy who did say
He
this.
was making me eat my words for majority of this season, but now everything I hear out of Steeler fans is it's all Arthur Smith's fault basically, and they're upset that he's basically derailed this offense. But the real thing to watch for this in this game is this. They know to go after Brandon Stevens. He's the 5th most targeted cornerback in the league in general. And last time, Russell was just throwing deep balls, hoping to get flags. And y'all know, man, any pass interference, 60 yards downfield, free play could dramatically change this game. And the Ravens are like the most penalized team in the NFL. I have so many worries deep down, but we'll see.
And it's the battle of the 2 longest tenured coaches in the league too, right?
Very
Wow.
true.
Whoopity doo.
I didn't mean to upset you, Levi. I was just honestly
Oh, no, I'm
curious
not
because
upset.
I haven't
I'm
seen
just-
you in a while.
Yeah, I'm not upset in the slightest. I'm just
So
realistic about the game.
So YTC takes the Ravens. Kenny, who you
TJ
taking
Watt
here,
scares
buddy?
the living shit out of me.
I'm going to take the Ravens because it would be crazy not to.
Crazy not to?
I mean, one team has Russell Wilson and the other team doesn't.
All right, that's true. Spongy is not up in here. I don't know why he dropped out.
I just really hope Derrick Henry goes off for you, Levi, because that's like the one thing I'm looking forward
I'll
to.
hit him up. I'll get the picks from him. Levi, buddy, who you taking?
You know who I'm taking here. I think it's obvious, but
The Steelers.
One of the
He's
things
taking
that
the
kind
Steelers.
of happened these past few games is Patrick Queen's actually been a liability, a linebacker for the Steelers, which here in Baltimore we kind of just giggle a little bit. We're like, yeah, we knew about this. He overruns some plays, he gets blown out of some plays. There's a reason. If y'all didn't know this, Patrick Queen had to switch from what is it, like the Will to the Sam, or I'm sorry, for the Mike to the Sam, because he can't play both linebacker positions in a 3-4. He has to play a certain role, and that's why he only succeeded when Roquan was there. Ravens.
He's a gadget guy.
He's a great guy, but he plays to the linebacker beside him, and if he doesn't have a great guy beside him, he has.
Maybe you can get a Dre Greenlaw.
Please don't remind me of the Fred Warner with or without Drake Greenlaw comparison. That is going to get me down a really bad rabbit hole.
Yeah, let's not.
I got so many thoughts on y'all's Niners, man.
Draymond's gone.
Do you know the Greek philosopher
Tommy,
Seneca? He said we
I'll
often
fight
suffer
you all
more in
year.
imagination
He's gone.
than reality.
I don't want it, but it's the facts.
What about anxiety?
He
Reality.
said we suffer more often in imagination than
Who's
in
on that
reality.
pick, McNiners?
Which is the joke, because that's where your
Well,
anxiety comes from.
I'm
Because your
just,
brain
you know.
imagines a bunch of scenarios
So
that'll never happen.
Tommy is the next one, right?
Next, you are next.
Ravens. Or Steelers at Ravens.
Ravens.
Ravens. I'm picking the Ravens. Tony picks the Ravens. Lily picks the Ravens. BC picked the Steelers. Terradome, who you taking here?
I got the Steelers.
Wow.
I think this is going to be a final stand for my main man out of Denby High School in Virginia, William and Mary High School, Mike Tomlin. If anybody can bring it home, if anybody can upset these Ravens, I'm sorry, it's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey, McNiners. Switch my trip to the Steelers.
You want to take the
Did Pittsburgh
Steelers?
sweep Baltimore, or did you guys split?
Dude, are you now? You got to win.
They split.
Yeah, they took the early, they took the late.
If you look at the first,
Can I change my pick?
Steelers.
I'm going with the
look at the
Steelers.
first half of
Why?
the Steelers' schedule, it was horrible, and so the
I have
second
my
half was
reasons.
extremely much harder.
Yeah, Steelers. We have to take the Steelers.
So I'm changing my pick
And so
officially.
that's why they've been losing games.
Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah,
had
you
a hard
switching that
game
pick. You switching that pick,
easy
McNiners.
finish, and the
It's
Steelers
the biggest.
I got
It's
you
the
guys
biggest
both
handicap of
switched.
the weekend too. The Ravens are favored by 9.5.
Crazy Juice takes the Ravens. It might have
Russ has really good playoff experience also.
Seats are going to get warm.
Just think about it. Who's more clutch in the playoffs? Russell Wilson, even though he's
a lot of
old
people don't
as
realize
dirt.
2 of the seasons
throwback.
the Ravens went
We
to the
got Eric
playoffs,
Wallace.
Lamar wasn't playing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
I've got
saw
Lamar
the
Jackson
Ravens
back.
lose
So
to the
much
Browns
shit
this
for
year.
not even being there. Basically, is the funny part.
What's up, Eric?
But the real problem is not Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson playoffs. It's our offense. And again, I'll say it from last year: 6 rushing attempts against the Chiefs. 6. And the last rushing attempt, number 6, was a 20-yard run by Gus Edwards. And that was the last time Gus Edwards touched the ball for the rest of the game.
Peppa J, did you miss your pick?
That's
You
not
picked the
Lamar's
Ravens.
fault.
And they had a bad run defense last year.
You know,
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't
Yeah,
good.
they had like
Hey,
coming into that game, they were
I'm gonna
26
lose my
in their
place,
league. in
y'all.
run
Like,
defense. Sorry.
Yeah.
okay,
now
so
they're like in the
Crazy
top
Juice,
5.
Crazy Juice took the
Sorry.
Ravens. Chad Schrader took the Steelers, and Papa J took the Ravens.
And I
I'm
took,
gonna lose my
and I'm
place.
taking
You guys
Pittsburgh.
thought, like, all right.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm taking Pittsburgh.
So we got the Broncos at the Bills.
That's going to be a great game.
Kenny, I'm assuming you're going with Bo Leave and Bo Nix.
I want to really
Believe.
bad,
Chad
but
Schrader
I think
says
Allen's
Steelers
just too good.
and Ravens. Thank you for Patrick. Our boy Matt Patrick McQueen. I don't know what's up with that.
I want the Broncos too, but I don't think so.
Patrick Queen signed with the Steelers this past year. We wanted to keep PQ, but he was signing a big deal, so there was no chance to keep him. He's played up and down for the Steelers.
I'm going to send you updated ones, McNiners, just so you have it.
I wrote it down already. So
Okay.
here we go. So this is we got the Denver Broncos going to Buffalo to play the Bills.
My little
David
bro.
Corona, who you taking?
I'm taking Josh Allen and the Bills.
All right, John Jay, who you taking, buddy?
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills. The Broncos were a really good story this year, but they're still very young, and so I got the Bills.
They got lucky with the Chiefs.
Melissa, you taking the real New York team?
I have to ask Levi something real quick. Levi, didn't earlier this season the Broncos go to Buffalo and win in Buffalo?
I'm actually not sure on that. The thing is, this Buffalo team at the beginning of the season was a lot different than the Buffalo team we're seeing now.
I mean, I'll still stick with the real New York team and James Cook and Dawson Knox and
David,
Dalton
is that
Kincaid,
a Saturday
but
or Sunday game?
that's
What?
a
The Ravens?
Sunday game.
12. It's a 12.
12
Oh,
hours. I'm sorry, Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Well,
Sunday. Bills. Okay.
The Bills. Yeah, the Bills is on Sunday.
I'm trying to look up the
I
temperature
thought it
that
was
they're
11,
expecting.
but
That 10. It's at 10 in my time.
Let's see. That's not the game I want. Sorry.
whoa, who's
Why are we stopping? What's happening?
I dare to ask Levi a question about a regular
Oh, the
season game.
Broncos? Did they beat them when they went there or something?
who's that?
Yeah, I think in the earlier part of the year they did.
Oh wow. I see it, McNiner.
1.8K seconds. Okay, that's better, Sentinel.
Who the hell is that?
That's
The chat?
I don't
interesting.
know, but I kind of fuck
So,
with them. with
Melissa,
the
who are you taking
10
here? The
second
Bills.
timeout.
YTC took
Buffalo.
the Bills. Kenny, who you taking?
I'm going to break it down easier. Josh Allen versus Bo Nix. I'm taking Josh Allen.
What?
Yeah, forget the teams. Just put the quarterback names.
Okay,
from now on.
Spongy is not returning.
The
Has he
Colin
sent me-
Coward way of.
Oh, geez, I need to poke
Yeah.
that.
Kenny, how obnoxious are you
Making
going to
it
be
too
if
hard.
if Bo Nix
Quarterback
actually
skills
wins though?
challenge.
Put your damn pocket protectors away.
And that would be
Can't-
so
can't-
bad.
Kenny, how bad are you going to be if Bo Nix actually wins that game?
I would be
That
so
Bo-
happy. I
that'll
love
make
Bo Nix,
Bo's
but I just
career.
don't think he's going to win.
That'll make Bo's
I
bones.
think that the running game
He
is way
hasn't-
better
he
for the
hasn't sent
Bills,
me
and I
his
think the
picks
Bills
yet.
defense.
He'll be an all-time
got
Bronco if
Yeah,
that
Bills
happens.
cannot
I
stop
swear
the
to
run.
God,
All right, hold on, guys. Levi,
Bronco.
we got the Broncos at
say
the
Bill?
Bills. Who you picking?
It's gonna be cold in Buffalo. I love Bo Nix. I've talked to Brandon Perna about that. The moment they drafted him, I loved where they didn't have to give anything up to get him. However, I think the Bills are going to win this game with home field advantage. Denver next year, though, man, I'm telling you, go get Bo Nix like a good tight end. Like they need a couple pieces. Denver will be scary next year, but I'm taking Buffalo this week.
I agree.
You have to.
I think they're a year away from next year.
All
2
due-
years.
all due respect
Chen,
to-
I think
Insightful.
I've
You know what?
said this,
I'm gonna
I've
save
said
it
this
to
Very
before,
wise, very
YTC,
wise.
so I think everybody does it.
Papa Jeremiah.
I'm going to go
Look
grab
in
a
the mirror.
drink. You can dab off.
Mirror. Daryl.
Mr. Krabs. That was McNiner's
Mr.
name.
Krabs laughing.
Kenny.
So Sentinel, you took the
Mhm.
Bills, right?
Oh yeah, that's a no-brainer.
That's no brainer. Tommy, who'd you take?
Bills.
He's taking the Broncos.
No, I took the Bills. I'm taking the Bills. Tony took the Bills. Zilly took the Bills. BC took the Broncos. Terradome, who you taking here, buddy?
I got
Brenda
the
took
Bills.
the Mavs in the last
Doing
Lakers game.
something special up
Hold
here in
on, hold on.
Buffalo.
Terradome?
Buffalo.
Yeah,
Bills.
he's taking the real New York team. That's right.
Yes.
The real New York team.
That's
Corona's
hurtful.
taking the
Papa
Warriors.
J takes the real New York team.
I think it's because you guys think New York and New Jersey are separate, but they're not.
They are.
Well, no,
They
the boroughs,
kinda are.
the boroughs belong to New Jersey. Okay, New York.
No, they
State-
really don't. We don't want anything to do with those namby-pamby little
Do you know
shits
that
from
when
the city.
Real
when
New
the
York
English
team,
first
too.
got here, they had a boat that was on the coast of Long Island. And it was called the Jersey, and it's where they kept the prisoners.
Shout out to YTC. You know, while we're making the joke here, the real
Why
New
not?
York team.
He's on
Oh
the message
my
board right
god!
now and remind everybody.
The next game, folks. We got green on green going on. This game started the season. in Brazil.
Yeah.
Green on
It
green.
started 2024 in Brazil, and
Yeah.
it's repeating in the playoffs here.
Facts.
You got the Green Bay Packers at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Ew.
These guys already played.
Yes.
They did.
Terrible matchup.
They did already play.
Isn't that crazy?
That's the thing.
That's cray.
So, and I kind of felt like
In
the only
another
reason the
country.
Eagles won that game is because they
Yes.
knocked out Jordan Love.
Bringing it back to the old school.
Well, that's how
I'm
they
an
win.
old
They
fool.
take out your quarterback.
Don't forget what happened in the past.
Ooh.
That was
Daryl,
a good memory.
I think they should get that looked at either way. You know. It's like- so, David Corona, who you taking here, buddy?
I take the Eagles.
Where's Spongy? Is he gone?
I know where he is. He's on another stream.
Oh. He thinks he's better than us?
He double dipping.
Spongy's double dipping, yeah.
I know. He's an Eagles fan.
He's fire. He's fire.
But anyway.
He's saying super wise stuff over there, that's why.
When has an Eagle fan ever said anything wise?
Agreed.
Agreed. So, Corona, who'd you take here? You taking the Eagles?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to take the Eagles?
Is Jalen Hurts definitely out of the game?
Yeah. Is he playing?
He's definitely going to be playing, but that's not the thing here.
He might pull a Tua.
Are you sure you want to take the
Is
Eagles?
Jordan Love playing?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like if you don't win, you go home. They're playing, buddy. Just play on.
It's the last game of the year.
David,
You know what?
Unless you win. David,
You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go upset. I'm gonna go Green Bay.
Upset alert. Ooh, pull over.
Green Bay. Like YT said.
Packers.
Corona, I hope you were so wrong.
Okay.
F Philly, like YTC, F Philly.
So, John Jay, who you taking here, buddy?
So Corona may be right. There's a possibility that the Packers can upset the Eagles. Now, just because I say that, the Eagles are the better team. They're the hotter team entering the playoffs. They might go deep in the playoffs. They're my dark horse in the playoffs. I do not trust the rest of the field. But the Packers are that team that look weak but play tough. But after all that said, I'm still taking that pesky team in Philadelphia. I'm taking the Eagles.
Huh. Oh, you're taking the Eagles.
Seems like a safe bet.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Okay, so I don't have any. I was just looking at something.
Was it a nudie magazine?
If I had the YouTube notifications about people hitting bongs live on my channel.
Was it nudie magazine?
They could hit me for it, but they haven't yet.
It's not a bong. It's a
water
medical
He's hitting
device.
a tobacco pipe.
Yeah, it's a water pipe.
He's hitting a tobacco
he's
pipe.
a plumber. He's
It
a
was
plumber.
definitely insensitive.
Melissa, who are you taking?
I hate this game.
She's
I
taking
hate
Green
this
Bay.
game.
She said she's
I
taking
hate
Green
this
Bay.
game.
She's taking her favorite team, the Packers.
Just embrace. I think just embrace.
I
it at this point.
unfortunately will be picking the team with Kenny Pickett and the Philadelphia Eagles just because
Barbie hands.
as much as I don't like Saquon Barkley, at least he's played in the playoffs, and I don't know if Josh Jacobs can carry the Green Bay Packers in the playoffs.
I think Hello Kitty has bigger hands than Kenny Pickett.
Go Pack, go! Is that your team, Daryl? You finally coming out of the closet with us here?
Wow. Call him.
Bigotry at its finest. Just kidding. Kidding.
Plus, there's no way that the Packers are going to be like the 7th seed 2 years in a row and just upset the NFC East, is he? Like, that'd be crazy. And I don't think that Josh Jacobs is Aaron Jones and he's just going to completely dominate the team.
Maybe it's LaFleur.
LaFleur is a good coach.
Yeah, for me to poop on.
Kenny Pickett.
This might be.
So
This could be.
All right, so
LaFleur's
YTC
year.
took the Eagles. Kenny, who are you taking?
I'm taking the Eagles because all that Pickett has to do is hand it off to Saquon. They have an incredible line and they have an incredible defense.
But how do you know he's playing though?
Dude,
Saquon?
that's the thing. Jalen
No.
Hurts is going to play.
Yeah.
Levi,
Yeah,
The running back
I
is
mean,
playing.
everybody's playing. Let's be honest.
The running
Everybody's
back
playing.
is playing.
The hunchback is playing. He's going to
the
play.
running back that occasionally throws the ball,
The
can,
hunchback.
he's going to
My
play.
goodness.
Levi, who you
Notes on the
picking?
line.
The thing with the Packers is guys like Romeo Dobbs have absolutely disappeared throughout the season in some of the bigger games they needed the win. I'm a little worried that in Philadelphia, matched up against some damn good corners in Kenyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, that Romeo might pull a disappearing act, and if that happens, the Packers have no chance.
Plus, he's also been
good luck.
banged up this year, Levi.
Take it
And there
easy.
is no Christian Watson.
Yeah.
Plus, there's
Taking
something
the
people
Eagles
don't talk about. If you haven't been in the Philly area, it smells really bad at the link. So that's a problem, too, if you're not used to it.
Well,
It's just the
that's-
smell of human urine. You get used to it after
It's
a while.
urine.
It's the
They're
smell of
also
all
from
bodily
Wisconsin,
fluids
the
and
land of cheese.
You ever had
but
a
I'd rather
tailgate
smell the
outside that?
smelliest, ugliest cheese than anything from Philly.
But
French
again,
Wisconsin,
Philadelphia.
spraying cheese down, and it just
I don't
reeks.
care. I hate blue
Levi,
cheese.
who
I would
you
rather eat
picking?
blue cheese than be.
Philadelphia.
Covers the
in
cheese
Philly.
Taking the
is
Eagles.
stinky.
Yes, sir.
All right, Sentinel, who you pick, buddy?
Oh, the
You
Eagles.
know you want to do it, son.
The Eagles.
Who are you taking, the Bruins or the Blackhawks? Come on.
I heard the Eagles.
The Eagles.
Yep, he's taking the Eagles. Tommy, who you taking, buddy?
I got the soft spongies beating the.
See, why couldn't I think of
Melissa's.
something like
He's
that?
taking the Beagles, folks. He's taking
They're
the
not
Beagles.
my team, Tommy.
Motherfucker.
He's taking the who? The Eagles?
I'm
He's
taking the
taking the
Packers.
Eagles?
I'm actually taking the Packers just because Jalen Hurts hasn't played for a few games, and there's a reason why.
Jalen
Yeah, he
came home, he's like,
forgot.
Tony took the Packers.
forgot how to play.
Lily
Forgot how to
took the
play.
Packers. BC
Wow.
took the Eagles. Cheridom, who you take, buddy?
I got the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep. Crazy.
Yeah,
you
there's
took
no
the
way.
Packers.
This is the best team in the playoffs. Like
I know.
besides the Chiefs, the
They're
best
the best
all-around
Lions,
team.
Lions
That's
too.
Steve.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Crazy just
We'll
took the
find out.
Packers. Chad Schrader took the Packers. Peppa J took the Eagles. The only thing holding the Eagles back is that head coach.
Have y'all seen?
I don't know, man. Look at his win percentage.
I just saw it. Apparently, the wide receiver, second round pick of the Cincinnati Bengals, Jermaine Burton. Supposedly the charges on him. I just saw it. Like,
Wow, I'm surprised.
supposedly the
What
Bengals wide
charges?
receiver Jermaine Burton is accused of assaulting a 19-year-old woman he was dating on December 13th.
So,
Never heard of
Night
him.
out, police were called, and the woman said Burton met her at her apartment, chased her
that's a nice
inside,
way of saying it.
damaged her phone, assaulted her, including choking her, and then he also apparently held a knife to his own neck, threatened to kill himself.
Made himself a victim.
He's also facing eviction from
He's
his apartment complex on December 17th. Probably meaning that the apartment complex sided with the woman in this.
He done. He gone.
That's why after you
Yeah.
make it, you never go back home. And you never talk to anyone you knew before.
Bro.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Like, damn.
Forget my friends.
Forget
Please
everybody.
please don't be
Forget
on
my
They
my
ask you
friends.
for money anyway.
But yeah,
Please don't
just
be on this. Please don't be
you
on
see
this.
that come up. Soon.
So here we
Unless
are.
you're Adam
Well,
Sandler.
all right.
You heard it here first,
Yeah, right.
guys. Breaking news.
So the last game on Sunday, and I don't know why they're doing a game on Monday. I honestly think that's dumb.
It's a bullshit.
It is. But we have the Washington Commanders at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Are these the longest names in the NFL, folks?
Could be.
Yeah.
I honestly think it is.
I think you're right.
David Corona, who you taking here, buddy?
I'm taking the Commanders.
You sure you're taking the Commanders?
Yeah, I'm taking the Commanders.
He's been right all
Absolutely.
year.
I'm writing it small.
David
John Jay, who you taking here, buddy?
Oh, I think this is going to be the game, in my opinion, of the first round. And I do agree with David Corona. The Bucks, they're okay, but what Washington has done this year, I think they are the better team, and that Jaden Daniels guy is pretty good.
JD5.
So yeah, I got the Washington Commanders.
And the Bears could have picked them if they wanted them.
There it is. He's a Packers fan.
The Bears. The Bears. The Bears.
Bears.
The Bears suck.
The Bulls. The Bears. The Bulls.
So you're taking the Bucks, John Jay?
I'm taking the Commanders.
Oh, you're taking the commies.
I'm making fun
The
of the
football
Bears.
team, the Redskins,
Or in the words
whatever
of
it is.
Gavin, let's go Comies.
All right, Melissa, who you taking? You taking whatever their name is, or the Buccaneers?
I really like Bucky Irvin. I mean, he's probably been one of the most fun things to watch this year.
Yes, he has.
But Kenny knows this. I've been on the football team's bandwagon for a really long time, and I really want to see Scary Terry win a playoff game. So
WFT.
By definition, I'm going to go with the football team. But either way, I won't be disappointed in this game.
If you will it is
Going
no
with
fate.
what's their names? YTC went with the Commanders. Kenny, who you going with? The Redskins, the what's its names, the football team, the Commanders, or the Buccaneers?
I'm taking the Islanders over the Whalers.
You're taking. Oh wow!
Flashback. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna take the Buccaneers because I told David already they're my favorite team in football. Right? That's still
What the hell?
That's still in the league.
My favorite team's not in the playoffs. I'm not
That's
picking
what I'm
them.
saying.
Still playing.
That's my team.
Okay.
Yikes.
Okay. Levi, who you taking here?
I think this is going to be the first
Hey,
two
Kurt.
upsets in the playoffs. Of course, both happening on the NFC side. Baker knows, man. If Mike Evans has ever got a one-on-one, you throw it to him. It's just that
Baker's
simple.
gonna be delivering bunts.
I love Jaden Daniels, but the Buccaneers also showed us a masterclass last year with dismantling the Eagles in the playoffs. And I'm wondering if we might see something similar. I'm taking Buccaneers in this one.
Bucky.
Yeah, but here's the thing that really does worry me about the Buccaneers, though, Levi. Their OC is so busy doing all this preparation for all his interviews. I feel like that's going to be like when Greg Roman kind of screwed up for you guys, where he's just going to screw up the game just to try to impress organizations.
I got a lot of faith in Baker. Not that I don't have faith in Jaden. I love Jaden. I think Jaden's the best quarterback in this entire draft.
I have more faith in Baker than I do in Dan Quinn or Cliff Kingsbury. It's just I don't see the Buccaneers winning this one unless the Commanders just completely fall apart.
I loved it when he was the coach of the Cardinals. It was so.
That's why I'm taking the Commanders. Oh yeah.
The Washington
but he's at his natural position now at OC.
Yeah,
he's more dangerous as an OC.
Not really. If you watch the USC Trojans, Cliff Kingsbury was a joke. Lincoln Riley.
Oh, that's where he was.
Didn't he get Caleb Williams drafted first overall?
Good job.
Tommy.
Actually, that I don't know if it's bullshit or not, but that offensive line that the Bears have is rated 11.
Sentinel, who you picking here, buddy? While we're here,
Yeah, no excuse for that.
Tampa Bay.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
Tommy, who'd you pick here, buddy?
Yeah, I've got. I don't have faith in the Buccaneers right now. They looked really good, but it's starting to fade a little bit. The offensive line's not holding up.
The Commanders.
That's true.
Yeah, JD5. I think he's gonna win this game.
Bucky's
But I
gonna
just
run it.
But I just don't I don't have much faith in their defense, though. Washington's defense.
And that's what I'm worried of. There's no one that can stop Mike McDaniels. Well, on the other side, guys like Terry McLaurin sometimes disappeared, like for people in the playoffs. Well, again, if Mike Evans is ever one-on-one in the red zone, you throw it.
Yeah,
it's just as simple as that. Like,
how about this? Look at the 2 running backs on the Bucks. Look at the 2 running backs on the Commanders and pick one.
Dude,
Bucky's better at yak and catching.
Yeah, Bucky's
Brian
a badass.
Robinson's a better runner.
Buckety true.
They're
I'm picking
they're
the
2
Salamanders
incredibly
on this.
good running backs. And
They're
offensive
both.
coordinator
If you could have them on the same
designed some
team,
incredible
it would
plays
be
for them.
great.
Brady Mayfield.
Brady Mayfield, my ass.
I'm just that's funny. So I picked the Commanders. Tony picked the Bucks. Lily picked the Commanders. BC picked the Bucks. Terradome, who you picking here, buddy? The Redskins, the football team. What's its names? Or the Commanders versus the Bucks?
You got 4. Yeah, it's 4 choices here, DMC. I'm going with the Washington Club.
There you go. The football team, the Redskins.
I got the Deadskins.
Crazy Juice picked the Bucks. Chad Schrader picked the Commanders, and Papa J picked the Commanders. What the? I am not signing into a Roku television.
It's only a 3-point spread here.
The Baker
Buccaneers have
that's pretty much nothing.
I really feel like this is.
Who's favored though? Is it the Bucks?
The Bucks, yeah.
They are?
That's because they're at home.
60% though. That's not an at-home thing.
So I picked 2 upsets then. Wow.
Who are you taking?
It's gonna actually, I feel like, work to Washington.
I got the Salamanders. That's an upset.
Here we go. We're at the Vikings at the Rams.
Wait. You didn't get my. You left,
here, buddy.
Dude, you had.
I'm thinking. Oh, I did. I did pick Tampa. Fucking A.
What the hell, man? You got dementia already?
Yeah. I got early onset dementia.
Make his pick.
I think I do too.
Vikings at the
Welcome
Rams.
to the club, Holmes.
David is almost.
Maybe I need to stop smoking so much weed. Short-term memory loss.
I haven't smoked weed in 11, 12 years.
I only remember stuff when I smoke.
I want the Vikings to win.
Yeah, me too.
You're lucky.
The Vikings.
You just want to give it to the Rams fans, huh? Pause.
Yeah, fuck the Rams. Oh yeah.
Their defense looks better now. The fucking Rams.
But I think the Rams might win though. I think the Rams might win this one and lose the second one.
I think David's right about that, but against it's anybody can fucking take over SoFi if the fan base is big enough.
By the way,
I got David throwing it down for the Rams. John Jay, who are you picking?
Potentially under danger of wildfires.
I think everybody knows Rudy, and he makes his dopey videos. He says they have 90% chance of winning the conference. That's Rudy. But besides all that,
90% my ass,
99%.
But besides all of that stuff,
you want some weed?
I don't care about Rudy.
Machete.
I don't care about Jim Everett. I don't care about Barkity Pro and all those
Machete
losers.
in a
I'm taking the upset, and I'm taking the Vikings. Screw the Rams.
Everett the mid.
Everett Niner.
Hey, now the Vikings actually, I think they lost to the Rams earlier this season.
Yes, they did.
They did.
After they lost to the Lions the first time.
Yeah.
It was a Thursday night game.
On that face mask bullshit.
Yeah.
O'Reilly. That face mask, that was just egregious. Makes me so fucking mad.
Oh, I remember that.
Vikings.
I'm so
Vikings
pissed
are
off about that.
Vikings are favored by 1.5, and they're the visiting team.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the better team.
They are the better complete team.
Yeah, this one is a 50-50 split.
And again, this game is...
Hey, Kenny, a home team favored by 3 is a 50-50 split too, though.
Well, no, but they're saying, well, at least to this point, win probability 51.4 to the Vikings, 48.6 to the Rams. It's very close.
The wild part is the NFL's already prepared to potentially move this game to Arizona to the Cardinals Stadium because of the wildfires.
Oh my God!
They're monitoring it closely, but it's the potential.
Well, that's not going to make it any
Yeah,
better.
that's a kind of a
Some of those Rams fans
Rams
fans
actually
be very
show
much
up.
affected.
They switching the game.
The Viking fans wouldn't be able to respond as well as the Rams fans would to be
If they played that game in
switching the
Levi,
game?
I'd be fucking pissed.
Oh, is that gonna happen? I'm gonna switch.
We don't know.
Now,
Like I
now
said, they're
look.
just monitoring it.
Now look. It's like this. If they do that, then all the Vikings fans that are flying into LA, they'll just, oh, hey, we need to change our flight.
Now they'll just hit the dispensaries and go to the beach like the rest of us.
Oh, my goodness. Don't do drugs, kids. Melissa, who you taking here?
Yeah, don't do them.
Her
until you're
favorite
18.
team, the Lammies.
There's a lot of
I
talk
think
about
I think the Rams. I think the Rams gonna win this one and lose the second one.
Fuck Sammy area. Fuck the Vikings. Fuck that Van Ginkel douchebag that just goes free all the time for
pretty
damn
awesome,
pick
man.
6-6s.
Miami let him walk, by the way.
I am
Who did?
going with the
Miami.
Los
Oh,
Angeles
wow.
Rams,
Yeah, he's
whether
Miami
it's in
Dolphins
LA
there.
or not.
You just
I would
hate
love to see
NFC
them
North
lose.
games.
YTC.
No,
wants the
it's
Rams.
not that. I love the Lions. I'll root for the Bears. Hell, if it's a certain team facing the Packers, I might even root for the Packers.
You
But
only root for the
Really?
Bears because you're in love with Caleb Williams.
I
you hate the
cannot
Vikings.
stand Sam Darnold. I can't
Oh, okay.
stand Chris Carter. I hate the whole attitude of the skull chant and the constant thinking that they're the greatest
Do you hate
things in
Dante
sliced
Culpa?
bread.
Oh,
I
they think
used
they're
to
the
love
greatest
that
fan
dude.
base.
You got
They are
mobbed.
very
The Vikings
insulated
can't even
by
do a
that smoke.
proper skull clap, and
I
it's
think
fucking
Bill's
hilarious.
Mafia is
The
up
Bills
there.
Mafia.
No,
Bills Mafia
Levi,
is
you know what the
it.
funniest part is when they had like someone like Jamie Ertl from like the NFL Network come on, and she's supposed to be from Minnesota, and they have the camera right on her, and she's supposed to be leading them with the
Yeah.
skull chant, and she's so off and so bad. It's just like, lady, if you were a real fan, you wouldn't mess this up for the world.
They stole that
It's
from
just-
the Iceland team, like the FIFA team a few years ago. Like
I wish well for Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones. I just cannot stand the Vikings. It's like the one thing me and my brother agree on.
Oh,
Vikings suck.
poor Vikings.
They
The
ruined
other
our season
purple
once. Fuck
team.
the Vikings.
Plus, do you realize that it was the Vikings that made Jimmy Garoppolo so endeared to the Niners fans because he had that one stupid pancake block on what's his face, Anthony Barr?
Oh yeah,
That went
was
viral.
neat. That Jimmy was just running and
Melissa
the
misses
guy
Jimmy G.
slipped.
He was just.
No, I really do not, Tommy. I swear to God, I haven't talked to you in like a week.
Such a
If this is
fucking
what
troll, isn't he?
happens, he's like becoming an Uber
Pause,
douchebag.
Riley, thanks for coming. You know, I appreciate you.
David loves the number 10.
Me?
I hate that number. I hate
What
it.
are you talking about, Tommy? James
I hate-
Richard can stay wherever the hell he is.
James Richard
Oh my
Garoppolo
God.
can start a
Jimmy
porn
Garoppolo's
career for
probably
all
gonna
I
be in the
care.
Super Bowl.
F him.
Right.
I don't wanna
Speaking
be
of number
a
10,
Steelers
Ronnie
Hey,
Bell
they're
got cut today.
throwing the smoke right
And
now.
fuck Ronnie Bell.
Ronnie Bell got
That-
cut
that-
today. He's released.
Oh, he did?
He's not waived.
From
Yeah, he's
what?
gone.
From us?
So,
Or
Drew,
Yep.
if you're
He's
trolling me,
gone.
Tommy, don't fucking troll
No.
me. Has he been released?
Kenny,
I
Kenny,
saw it on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Game.
Tommy never lies.
Hallelujah.
Exactly.
Hallelujah.
Ronnie Bell is
Hallelujah.
gone.
No. There's no hallelujahs until
I'm
at least
picking the
He got
DFF
Vikings.
is
released from the
gone.
practice squad
Picking
today.
the Rams, and I'll tell you
wait,
why.
Ah.
Because the
whoa.
Vikings can't defend the wide receiver.
Oh my God, Tommy, they're making the right moves. They
Ezekiel
fired
Elliott
Sorensen,
Yep,
signed
fired
with
yes, sir.
the LA
teams.
Chargers. Did y'all see that?
Oh,
Yes.
All right,
all my
Pick the
off-season
Rams,
anxiety is just kind of like dissipating.
Levi, who you taking
It's like
here?
a weight. has been taken off my chest.
I love the Vikings. I actually
It's easier to breathe.
I saved a clip earlier of Brian Flores, and I think it was the Packers going back and forth. Or no, it was I'm sorry. It was the Lions Vikings game, and it was a masterwork to watch. But I think
was it the first game?
The Rams passed.
No,
so
I think it was
well.
this past game, and
and they
it was basically it was them changing the play on offense, the defense changing their play. Basically, they slid Gibbs out from a wide receiver into a stacked formation right, basically making a 4 stack. And then, of course, it was what we call an orbit motion, meaning he goes out and comes back, which means it's mainly designed to check for the coverages. And when he came back in, of course, the D checked out of the play, and then it just still then after the play, it was like just chaos. It was beautiful to watch, honestly. Like it's one of those ones you show younger players.
Levi, can I ask you a question since you have like no skin in the game? As an AFC fan, do you understand why everyone overlooks Jahmyr Gibbs? He's like 20 touchdowns on the year, and like nobody ever gives him credit. They'll talk about Bijan Robinson. They'll talk about
he's in the Pro Bowl.
20 touchdowns?
20 touchdowns. Okay. Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, they'll talk about anyone else from the NFC, but they just completely overlook Jahmyr Gibbs. And I was just wondering, as an AFC fan,
because he
plays like that, like
he doesn't.
Is that just because he's with Amon-Ra St. Brown and David Montgomery, or is just I don't get it.
There's a lot of
carries and a wonderful offensive line.
Yeah, wonderful offensive line, great wide receivers. Like Jameson's
he is a first-round pick, though.
Speed.
Yeah. He's a first-round pick.
Okay, and he had 3 running touchdowns and 1 receiving touchdown on Sunday night.
Wait, running or yak?
3 running, 1 receiving.
Okay.
Sentinel, who you taking here?
Let me check who I took.
I could check.
Minnesota. I'm taking Minnesota. I can't stand the Rams. You guys are soft. You're built like glass. You're going to get your asses kicked in the playoffs.
I wish they were the LA
This is an
Vipers.
NFC North
They were
team.
the LA Vipers. That'd be awesome.
You both play in a bowl. I mean, a dome, whatever it's called.
I think the Rams are actually under 500 against winning teams.
Yeah, but listen, if the Rams can't run the ball,
I looked at their
they won't be
schedule.
able-
I was looking at
Will
that. I'm
they
like,
be
how'd they
able
do
to
against
pass?
winning teams? Because once you hit the playoffs, guess who you're playing?
Well, they did
they
beat
got
the
it.
Bills and the Vikings.
This is true.
What happened
So,
was
Tommy,
they had an
who'd you
easy
take here,
schedule.
buddy?
Yeah. I think the Rams could win, but I got the Vikings because I know that Sam is not going to have 2 terrible games in a row.
He also has a defense and a run
David, I
game
want
to
to pull
rely
a
on.
Corona. I want to switch to the
Yeah,
Vikings.
Vikings defense is better.
Sorry, David.
But if
The
they
Vikings.
if they can't stop the run, dude,
I'm
freaking
not
Stafford
switching.
is going to
I'm switching
annihilate
to
them.
You just keep doing it. Fuck it. Bully ball
That
all
one
day.
win
Bam,
is gonna
bam, bam,
make a
bam.
huge difference.
Are you sure it ain't a Kenny?
Yeah, I'm sure because I figured that the way that the Rams can pass is by running it, and they won't be able to run it, in my opinion. So will they be able to pass? Probably not. And the defense is just a little better. So I think I'm going to go.
Bro, I
with
can't wait till Puka goes over the middle and smack. He really gets his NFL moment.
So I got the Vikings. Tony's got the Vikings. Lily's got the Vikings. BC's got the Vikings.
Oh shit!
Teardome, who you taking here, buddy?
It's unanimous on that side. I got the Vikings too. And I'm looking back at the Rams schedule. They did lose to Detroit, Arizona, Chicago, Green Bay,
Crazy.
Chicago,
Miami, Philadelphia, and the Seahawks.
I'm okay with being
by anybody.
Wait, no, they swept the Seahawks, didn't they? Oh yeah, they left the Seahawks with all their backups.
I'm totally okay with being the only one picking the Rams.
No, it's not a bad idea.
No, I think Corona picked the Rams.
I picked the Rams too.
Corona
see how
picked
the
the
I
Rams.
hate that. I hate those ballerina ass
Crazy
wide
Juice picked
receivers.
the
they have.
Rams. Chad Schrader picked the Vikings, and Papa J picked the Rams.
Yeah, well, Juice is going to pick the Rams.
Oh, that's speed. Why you say that about Juice, man? Crazy
Where
Juice.
is he? I thought he was here. That's why you were talking about it. Oh,
Crazy Jews loves the Giants
Yes, he does. That's like Corona.
and USC, baby. Woo! Fight
Screw
on.
USC.
So
But
you
they
know,
did
as
beat
we
their
know,
signature
our
win
changes
this year
about
was
South
against
Carolina
Buffalo
Niners
Bills.
already.
in a big shootout.
They haven't given a shit in 40 years.
Been a while.
Hmm?
They haven't given a shit in 40 years. Fuck USC.
Damn.
Shit. I think we have a national title before you guys. Or last
No,
time.
you haven't given us any good players since 1981.
Oh, you're
Really?
It's your football program that
Tano
sucks.
Funga.
Yeah, okay.
It's from
he's
the
about to be out of the
USC.
league.
I think
He was
Hufanga,
good, and now he's
baby.
about to be out of the league. Reggie Bush was
Hufanga
good, and
was
now
Drake
he was out of the
Jackson.
league prematurely.
Sam Darnold's looking pretty good.
We got Hufanga. Oh my goodness.
Tommy, I swear to God.
Wasn't horrible.
Yeah, Caleb
Melissa's
Williams
boyfriend,
is too, right?
Sam I am.
Sam,
I will not have any
People fall
green
in love with
eggs
their
and
college
ham,
crushes.
Sam
I do
am.
not have a college crush. I have a college. Sorry, David. I know.
I'm gonna
Like
get my
raining
ass beat
cats.
if I'm ever in New York.
Hey, Kalen Bullock's played player.
Yeah, Tommy.
New Jersey.
Oh, fuck.
New Jersey.
I'm gonna fantasize about the things I could say to you in a direct message tonight. And they're not nice.
Whoa, this is a
Whoa, she just said
PG-13 show.
fantasize.
Very kinky.
She wants to smoke, Tommy. You better watch it.
Wow. So anyway, there's changes going on with the 49ers. We apparently released Ronnie Bell, so he's gone.
What did I tell you? Tom speaks
You're
facts.
saying the bell tolled for him?
Damn, no, because we're not.
As long as the bell tolls for Demetrius Van Fouls, I'll be happy.
We say-
Until then, not so much.
Yo no quiero Ronnie
Yeah,
Bell.
just
'cause we're on the
don't re-sign DFF. I mean,
No
for
quiero
heaven's
Ronnie
sake,
Bell.
that is horrible.
Yeah, yo no quiero Ronnie Bell.
Yo quiero
I'm sorry,
Taco Bell.
Anshel. I know you love him, but I can't handle one more.
If he's
I
from Arizona
can't
State,
handle one more year of DFF or Devontae Campbell or these pathetic ass linebackers.
Man, and I hate to beat that drum, but man, I told y'all that was going to be the problem before the season even started. Never liked.
He's a former Packer, Levi. I told you I have the worst luck with former Packers or former Giants. They kill me.
Plan where I play the GM of the Packers, and in that episode, I was like, guys, we're going to cut Devondre Campbell. That's how I knew. I already knew when y'all signed him. I was like, no, I cut him off the Packers. There's no reason y'all should be signing him.
he wasn't our first choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sloppy seconds.
D has
Yeah.
not
Oh, yeah.
improved at
Oh,
the
wait.
rate.
Oh.
He is straight
remember-
garbage.
Has
Pause.
not improved at the rate. that
Niner,
I
do you
wanted him
remember
to.
when we signed Kendricks?
Who we
And
signed?
in 24 hours, I'm going to the Cowboys, and that's why.
Because he didn't want to be number
Yeah,
two.
we got him to agree to a
Right.
contract, and he's like, "No, I'm going to the Cowboys."
Right.
So I could lose to the Niners. Sucker.
Right.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Well, so the main reason I'm hearing he did that is because he knew he was just a placeholder.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
knew that when Greenlaw got back, he wasn't going to be in the game much.
But he should have realized that freaking he was never coming back.
If he knew he was a placeholder, he was told he was a placeholder. Why does he act like a bitch and get dressed up when somebody else could have gotten dressed up that morning?
Because he's a little bitch.
Linebacker wins.
Right.
I think it was one of those things where they wanted to like keep Dre's like year accumulated and to boost up the defense, and so they said that Dre was going to play. But I don't think even without him aggravating his leg, like the plan was to ever play him the whole game. And it was kind of like Eli Manning a couple of years ago, where they told him they wanted to just check out Geno Smith. And Eli benches himself because he's throwing a hissy fit because they dared to say that they wanted someone else at quarterback for half a minute. So that broke his Iron Man streak. Like,
wait, he bitched about that?
Yeah, he like went out with his father at a press conference right after the game and said that how much he loved the Giants, how much that his Iron Man record meant to him, how he never wanted to play for anyone but the Giants, and how heartbroken he was that his streak was ended. It's like, dude, everybody and their mama admitted that you benched yourself just because they wanted to try out Geno Smith.
I get it, but 2 Super Bowls under extraordinary odds, David and Goliath type stuff. You don't bench fucking Eli Manning for Geno Smith under any circumstances.
Not unless it's
I
rigged.
don't care if
They
he's going
didn't.
2
He
and 14.
benched himself. He benched himself because they said after half they wanted to try out Geno, and he's just like, well, then you just play him throughout because I'm not playing.
But the suggestion, the power of suggestion.
Yo. I can't believe that.
The Colts couldn't get Anthony Richardson to even
All I know
go
is
to a
49
meeting
football.
on time.
Yeah.
I've got a video on that from some podcast where they're just talking about, man, even after they benched Anthony Richardson, just the dude doesn't put in any effort. Like,
Why should he? He's already been paid.
He's barely been paid, man. Like,
I think
everyone knows
today's
you don't give up till you get the second contract.
I think there are football
Yeah, but
players and there
Levo,
are athletes who
is
play
there-
football.
They're too desperate for
There's 2
quarterbacks.
different mindsets here.
It's just one of
Football
those
players are like Juwan Jennings and Dre Greenlaw. It's in their DNA. And then you got guys like Debo who are football players who are going after the money.
There was a year ago, Anthony went on a podcast and they were like, is it hard to play in the NFL? And he was like,
Oh my
nah.
God.
And he downplayed how hard it is to be a good quarterback in the NFL. That was the moment everybody knew, oh, you're just not putting in the effort to
Right.
be that elite guy.
But
That's
Levi,
why
make you wake up
You know
and-
Purdy has arrived when he's got
he
at
made
least
it
one
so
stand.
far just off athletic talent alone.
yeah, but Levi, is there really a quarterback in the entire AFC South aside from CJ Stroud, and he's having a bad year?
Will
Like
Levis.
Will Levis is not really a quarterback.
Who?
Trevor Lawrence is like the biggest
who?
bust to ever be a first round
The Prince?
first
My
pick.
first
Like,
pick of all time.
Yeah, they missed out a lot of those picks, man. Like,
Damn, dude, I thought he was gonna be generational, dude. I was like, he's my draft crush, and I'm like, I'm
Who,
so
Trevor?
wrong. Yeah.
Wait,
oh, dude, I
you
wish
you
you'd
had a
been
crush
talking to
on
me at the time.
Sunshine? Really, Tommy? Sunshine?
Okay.
Riley,
Horseface?
start the West Coast chapter
Yeah,
of the
it was
Brock
like
City
a little
Vanguard.
Horse face.
Okay.
My problem was when I watched Trevor Lawrence's tapes, it was just his wide receivers outclassed
Mhm.
everyone. They were playing so
And then they
much.
were gone.
And his O line was pretty damn good with
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
O'Sheany system. That it just every throw they were like when they showed his draft tape when he got drafted in the first round. Every throw I was actually covering, I think that draft live, and I was joking. I was like, that throw shows us nothing. That looked like a practice throw because he had no pressure. His wide receiver had a 10-yard gap on the DB.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, that's a practice throw.
Yep.
And my problem was I saw nothing that transferred. I didn't see someone barreling down him on the pocket and him delivering a fucking 40-yard back shoulder fade beautifully.
No, he hasn't had the best coach.
And of course, yes,
player.
his coach destroyed his
Levi.
team. Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he had Urban Meyer to start off with, man. That's
Yeah.
Levi. Levi.
Urban liar.
Levi, you're the draft dude, so you can answer this question perfectly. So everyone who followed, prep, high school prep, he was the best football player. Like, you cannot dispute that. Then he goes to Clemson.
Oh yeah, he was like undefeated in high school.
Yeah,
that bothered me. That was the big storyline in the draft was
Yeah,
how is
but-
he going to deal going to an organization that doesn't do well?
And you just said it perfectly. Then he goes to Clemson, and and they still got a lot of good players, even though Watson's gone. He still had a good.
Yeah, he had DeAndre Hopkins. He had
Bye,
Sammy
David.
Watkins.
Damn, son.
He had was Hunter just coming on as a freshman that year? The Hunter was getting ready to come up there. Their wide receiver core was almost all first round picks.
Yeah,
I'm
and-
forgetting somebody else.
And so he was, just like every year, like in college. I talked about, with Spongy, because me and Spongy debate about Shador. And so Shador right now, he's the guy. He's the best talented guy in the NCAA. But he's going to go to a team that's not good. And so
Nah, he's not gonna. He's
Like
not a good
Patrick
choice.
Surtain.
He's going to the Giants.
yeah, so Trevor
I've
Lawrence.
seen some reports coming out
Tommy,
saying he's
you
got a
do
second
realize
round
that
grade.
there is like a huge part of North Jersey that'll come after your head for saying that statement.
I already have a Giants fan that wants him.
So at the end of the day, of course, he went to the Jaguars. They were a rebuilding team. And of course, like he's not
He's
going
just
to
like a
elevate
brother
him.
to you, Melissa.
It's
Sanders.
a different beast. And you know this because you scout players. I watch your old scouting videos. You're very intelligent, and so you're absolutely
Levi?
right. You're absolutely right. Levi. These quarterbacks go to these bad teams, and it does not transition what they were in college. So yeah.
Because they were playing with kids.
Wait, who's the number one pick in the draft now?
Every
Colts?
player,
No.
it depends on where they go.
It's the Titans.
Titans.
We've seen that.
I'm pretty sure it's the Titans, and then it's the Browns, and then it's the Giants, and then it's the Patriots.
The doo-doo Browns.
Yeah.
Because the Patriots fell to 4 because they won
that game.
Brock's hot.
Pick it first, though, right?
Anyway,
the real story of this draft's like I think I mentioned this to y'all on Friday night. Maybe it was the real story of this draft is where does oh my gosh,
where he was
the running back from Boise,
Gente.
Where does he go?
He's coming out. He's going to the
a lot of
Niners.
teams don't want to draft the top 10 running back, and then after that, the teams are kind of.
It's a deep running back draft.
Somebody's gonna make a decision.
It's a deep running back draft.
Go pretty high. He's gonna
deep
go top
a D lineman draft.
Now I am biased. I'm extremely biased. Like the Boise running back had a good year, but the competition he played, the Mountain West.
But anybody could run on the Niners.
So
I could run on the Niners.
Yeah,
Levi, where are the Jaguars in the draft?
Fifth.
Starting at running back, Shep.
Do you think they would trade back like later in the draft and pick up a running back? Because there's no way they're moving on from Trevor Lawrence this early. Just after paying him.
They've got Etienne and Bigsby down there.
Yeah, they do.
Pretty good one.
Clayton Bigsby's there?
What about Brenton Strange? He's hot shit. Brian Thompson Jr. is awesome.
What about Clayton Bigsby?
But do you actually think they stay
racist
at 5?
black white supremacist?
Nah, if I was the team of the Jaguars, I would.
Bigsby.
Oh my
God!
God!
They need to fix the offensive line.
But it's bulky though, Levi. That's the problem. It's Trent Bulky.
Yeah, let Bulky look for the one with the broken leg. And that's the one Trent Bulky's
I'm excited to see what y'all do at 11, honestly.
They just have a terrible defense, the Jaguars.
I'm not.
I know.
I know it's not going to happen. I'm not going to get a center.
I know.
I've got PFF's mock draft up here too.
I want the Niners to
too early.
Offensive
to
line.
tackle a lot of Texas, probably.
That's
all the mocks.
That Texas.
The way Kyle and John draft is like
Texas,
it's so bipolar. You don't know what they're gonna do.
Wait, who's Texas playing? Oh, Ohio State. Shit.
When I
got Ohio State winning that one.
The right tackle, what was his name? That came out of Texas this past year. Christensen.
The first guy that's going to get taken in this.
But when I studied that Texans offensive line, he was the 4th best player on that team. Their entire left side of that Texas O line last year was so fucking dominant.
Kevin Melton or something like that. Kevin Melton.
Wait, you like Laramie Tunstall?
Because that's in our range that we can get him.
I'm trying to think of his name. Hold on.
Drank.
Offensive.
Drank.
So, Kenny, who do you want to win out of your 2 favorite rookies? Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels? Because you've loved both of them all year long.
Christian Jones. That's who I was thinking. 5th round pick.
I just realized I've been on mute for like the last
issues.
Bo Nix has an.
How are you with a spirit too?
And by the way, Patrick Surtain went to a terrible team.
But he's a great cornerback. Doesn't matter. Like cornerback, you're gonna probably play.
They also got Champ Bailey. I like their picks.
Oh, I remember. A fucking stud, dude. Back in the day.
They also had Steve Atwater back in the day. He was a safety, but he was the shiznit.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
more of a hitter.
mock draft.
Number 27.
Interceptor.
The Titans take number 1 overall quarterback Cam Ward out of Miami, Florida.
Good luck.
My dude.
Ooh,
good luck with that.
If they do that, that's gonna like just set everybody on crazy mode.
You have to do
Number
it, but
2, the Cleveland
luck.
Browns take Travis Hunter, wide receiver, cornerback out of Colorado.
Oh,
New
Patriot
England
fans
has
will
to
be
take.
They
pissed.
did say they're going to stick with Deshaun Watson for another year. I mean,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that
Deshaun
money's
Watson.
that money.
Ma-
The check is
damn.
clear, dude.
number 3, we all know it's happening. He already wore the cleats to his bowl game. Shador Sanders drafted number 3 overall to the New York Giants.
Ew.
See.
That's
It's
not
never
a
gonna
good
happen.
fit for him.
We'll see.
So,
That's-
and
that's not a good
I'm
fit.
hoping like teams go quarterback crazy in front
Malik
of us.
Neighbors.
They
and
Because
usually
that,
do.
that means that there's some high end players fall into that 11th pick.
Yeah,
That's how we got
right.
Kyle Hamilton at 14 a few years ago.
That's
I
how it's
know.
gonna go, Dave.
if you guys put Shador Sanders on the Giants offense, I think it hums very nicely.
They
But then
With the
again,
current
that's running
OC?
back
at
ball,
least he will
Cleveland
negate
I-
a lot
I
of
had
the
a- I
fire
don't
coming
offensive
out of
line.
my
OCs,
ears.
Malik
not wrong on
and
that.
Shador will score.
Kenny, with
every-
no offensive line, no tight ends.
Travis Hunter.
Well, he's
No Travis
dealt with that
Hunter.
at Colorado. That's always been Colorado's problem. They didn't have an
A
offensive
running
line.
back that makes Matt Breida look like the most secure running back when it comes to ball protection and
Tyrone
Tracy.
Tracy is good though. He can run it.
I'm not
Shout
saying
out
he's
to
not
Papa
good
J's
running. I'm just
comment.
talking about ball protection because the guy has like so many fumbles and punch outs and whatever.
Yeah.
And the fact that
Great
Shador would be playing at MetLife on that turf, it spells trouble.
Oh
Yeah.
Hey,
I already see
Caleb
holes in
Williams,
his
number
contract.
one.
Pray for his whatever, meniscus and all that.
So it has the Patriots.
I hate you. I hate that
taking
fucking
the tackle out of
Yeah,
LSU.
MetLife is
And the Niners
MetLife
have
is
to
where you
play
go
there
to
next
die.
year at MetLife.
You know what? Y'all will
Oh,
appreciate
no.
this. Jacksonville Jaguars at 5. You were talking about Trent Baalke being the GM over there. It's the most Trent Baalke type of pick. Even though they've got Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines Allen, 2 great defensive linemen, they draft Mason Graham, defensive lineman out of Michigan, number 5 overall. That is the most Trent Baalke pick I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Just keep stacking D linemen.
Yeah.
I would love for Josh Hines Allen or Trey Hendrickson to be able to go to a team that would like absolutely love them to pieces.
This is where I blow their entire mock draft up. They have the Raiders chilling at 6, not moving. Now, they're going to take Teteroa McMillan out of Arizona, who's dominant. But they need a quarterback. There's no way they sit there. Like,
Yeah, but
they got to be calling.
Fields. They're looking at
Didn't Ian O'Connell like blow out his knee, Levi?
I'm calling Cleveland at number 2 instead of
Yeah,
Travis
because I thought
Hunter,
Ian
taking
O'Connell was
Shador
their
ahead of
guy.
the Giants. If you're the Raiders, you jump and you call Cleveland.
Yeah, but what are you going
Cleveland
to give them? All your early picks for the next
Bebop!
year?
Levi.
Hi, Bebop.
They're looking to
Levi.
get those picks back.
Levi,
Hi, Bebop.
Levi, I agree with you because that's the most Raider thing. And again, before they were in Oakland, before they went to, that's the most Raider thing they'll do. Hey, let's get Shador Sanders.
Yeah, good
Actually, that is a Raider move.
And if you're the Browns,
that fits
that gives you
perfectly.
basically the pick at there more than likely of either Travis. You're already taking a wide receiver, basically.
Wait, Levi,
you want the Browns to get another quarterback? How much are they going to get?
Bring prime time to Las Vegas.
Well, again, the Browns are taking supposedly Travis Hunter in this draft at 2.
Wait, Levi.
His career's going to die on that team.
They're sticking with Deshaun Watson, supposedly. They've already announced it publicly.
Levi, real quick.
Either the Broncos or New England, but the Broncos are going to have
Let me see. Who do they have y'all taken? That's the real question.
Levi, real quick. Didn't Shador Sanders have like Tom Brady as his mentor when he went to Colorado? That was the big thing. Dion brought Tom Brady in to help his son.
They had so many people.
Yeah,
there.
but Aristotle had
over
many
there.
students.
Here's the thing: you got
well,
two.
Aristotle
you got two
did, but Socrates was a better teacher.
Absolutely.
Colorado is
as a
NFL U
professor
that's
as
talked
well.
about more often. What's not talked about is Notre Dame, who's NFL U too.
Who says we don't talk about Notre Dame? We always talk about Notre Dame.
I know. But who did you have? Who did you say they were going to draft, Terradome?
The big guy out of Texas, the tackle.
Yeah, that's what I see.
What's shitty is
That
they
corn-fed big boy.
They have the Chicago Bears taking him 1 pick before y'all. The Kevin Banks Jr., that tackle. which he is a great tackle. They have y'all, of course, they got y'all taking the most classic 49er thing, I feel like.
And let me guess, a defensive end.
Yes, defensive end Javon Walker out of Georgia, edge.
Another guy who's not going to play because he gets hurt.
What?
No, we're not doing that.
No, I also Levi, you're.
I don't want to jinx y'all. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just
Levi.
reading. I'm relaying the information.
Levi,
don't speak it into existence, please.
Levi, you do realize the only time the Niners haven't picked a defense lineman under Shanahan has been when they went either receiver or McFloppy.
Now,
That's it.
I'm not going to lie. The number 12 pick might be the lock of the draft. Number 12 is the Dallas Cowboys. Ashton Genty to Dallas at 12.
Good idea.
That would make sense.
Yeah, that's actually a great pick. Like, I love it.
Levi,
that would be good.
You want to know?
You have to keep Rico Dowdle, but
agree with you because Bunchy says that Georgia is Eagles, minor league.
Georgia is ass. Ask Notre Dame.
With a groupie.
And that's why those players go to Philadelphia.
Fun fact: according to their mock draft, that tells you who they think is going to win the Super Bowl.
Hey, just for curiosity's sake,
with Detroit.
who do they have the Jets taking?
Uh-oh. Melissa, you're gonna bring
Jets oh my God, they have them picking 7th overall, and they have them taking cornerback Will Johnson out of Michigan.
Huh?
I have a feeling after
stacked at corner, right? With Sauce.
Oh my gosh!
I have a big feeling. Just
if they did that
initial draft, like looking at this board after pick 6, probably. I feel like we're going to see just a fucking slew of trades because I don't think New York wants to pick there at 7. Or they're going to force
if they do that, there should be like a barometer on Mike Greenberg and Rich Eisen and see which Jet fan has the biggest loudest reaction to that.
I don't like all these trades. It was designed a certain way.
According to the site I'm looking at, our biggest needs are cornerback, defensive tackle, edge, linebacker, then offensive guard. Are you guys kidding?
Yeah,
what they're also thinking about is free agency right now. If nothing changes, you lose 2 corners in free agency this year.
We signed Lenore, right?
Okay, you did. Yeah, that's right.
We're only losing Mooney
on 1-year contract.
Yeah,
we have Renardo Green.
I think they're talking about how Ambry Thomas was already sniped off to someone's practice squad. How Travis Ward has said that not only for him but for his wife, going to California is traumatizing because of their loss, which makes them think that he's moving on.
Yeah, he's gone.
I do love the Broncos in their draft are selecting a tight end in the first round, which y'all heard me earlier. That's the staring glare for me.
It's a blocker and a wide receiver.
To the next level. As someone that played tight end, a tight end truly is a quarterback's best friend.
Yeah, I would take a tight end first in this draft. That's what I would do.
I love Isaiah Likely. I know everyone still talks about Mark Andrews, but I don't think I've ever fallen in love with a player so fast on the Ravens as I did Isaiah Likely. There's just something.
Oh, Tommy's backstage.
Captivating about him.
Yeah, I said that 25 minutes ago.
Although I think it was really ridiculous how much they blamed him for his foot size. That was the stupidest thing that came out of week 1, Levi.
I'm really looking at
how everybody was yelling at this kid because his toe was 2 inches too long for that one.
It was tongue in
cheek.
cheek.
Good.
That's how the Chiefs won.
So yeah,
it wasn't serious.
I mean, we're probably going defensive line. And
of course we are.
Bebop, you ask a good question about Hargrave. That's yet to be determined. A lot of people think it's a foregone conclusion. And Riley, again, thinks Brock is hot, folks. But he thinks that a lot of folks think it's a foregone conclusion. It's a post-June 1st cut. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that Hargrave is out.
Get
rid
if he renegotiates and plays for a ham sandwich, I mean, yeah, you got to keep him, but
Yeah, but
you know,
Terradome, do we really want another DJ Reed?
They're going to give him an option like
DJ Reed.
You would need depth.
Sorry, not DJ Reed.
Winter,
the former chief that we had here for forever, like they finally just stopped paying this past year. Like, do we really want another one of those guys that just hangs around because of what he did for another team? He maybe has like 3 games at best every year, and we're paying him top nose money like constantly. Like
Javon Hargrave.
If we
D
give
Ford.
him a
She made a good
post-June
point.
first cut,
D Ford.
we can split it over the next 2 years. I'm honestly thinking I don't know if they're going to do this or not. This is all we don't know. It's not a foregone conclusion that Hargrave is gone.
I'm actually
the guys we have under contract for next year. I mean, we have Evan Anderson, which I like the kid,
Mr.
He has incredible upside. Man, he's sick.
How's he under contract? I thought he was on a 1-year tender after he was put on the practice squad.
Trying to talk. He was an undrafted free agent. We have his rights for 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to trade down and get more picks.
So the guy's thick. He's freaking.
I wouldn't hate it.
They were trying to pull stunts and do cute stuff with him. It's like this is not what this man is built for.
He's just a pass rusher.
To bull rush. He's built to stand his ground, and that's all we need him to do. We don't need him to do any of this cute stuff, guys. Like seriously.
Yeah, he's not a run stuffer. Mm-hmm. Don't utilize him in the way he's not supposed to be.
But what I'm getting at is this is who's under contract. Evan Anderson. We do have Hargrave still under contract.
Actually,
we have Korey Davis for 1 more year.
I heard he took a
Jordan
pay cut.
Jordan Elliott is under contract. That's our 4 interior guys that are
bye. I get rid of
that interior is weak. Mahomes, like he lives off of like fooling edge rushers, but he never takes it up the middle. When he took it up the middle in that Super Bowl, he looked like a damn bum.
Looking like a fool.
We need a Chris Jones.
And our edges, we got Bosa. We did sign Floyd and Gross Matos to 2-year contracts. We'll have them. Drake Jackson,
they should be rotational. All these people are rotational.
The guy that's put on injured reserve will be coming back. So we don't know what's going to happen there.
You talking about Jake Jackson?
Can I clarify?
Yeah,
something?
Oh my God, what a bust!
Junior under contract, but he hasn't.
I told everyone I didn't like the pick.
I know I didn't like the pick neither. It's just that everyone was like overhyping him.
Hey, Levi, what are you trying to say?
Where did he come from? I'm just
John Lynch revealed Wednesday that the
Who
team
did McBus come
Hargrave
from?
a post-June cut. He is technically already on the books for 2025 as a void, so technically he is not part of
I admit it though.
2025. However, they've already talked about they're thinking about bringing him back basically on a deal that where he's not paid for as much.
Exactly.
But technically he is
I will always hold a player accountable no matter if they play for my team.
I actually have the over the cap as a void already for 2025.
That's why Huff dropped to the 5th round because he's an injury prone fucker.
He's a $7 million cap, or what is it? No, he's actually more of a cap hit as a void hit for 2020.
Levi, here's the thing though. I don't trust a damn thing that John Lynch says.
You can't. He's too nice and he's a politician.
He smoke screens. He covers up. He purposely misleads.
Well, I mean, when Hargrave reworked the deal in December, that was part of it. Why he's already off the books for 2025. Like it's already been, like I said, they've already supposedly like planned this according to what I'm reading. But like I have it on OTC. He's on a void contract and shows as a free agent for next year already. So that's why I was just trying to clarify. Technically, he's not under contract for next year. But
boo, Levi, boo.
The only time I think I've ever trusted John Lynch is about 2 players. It was about Diamador Lenore and how adamant he was to keep him away from free agency.
As far as I can throw it.
I genuinely believe that he would rather walk across coals than ever let Drake Greenlaw out of the building.
With your bad back, Ed, you shouldn't be throwing
anybody.
I hope
so.
That's right. I'm not going to let some snot-nosed punk leave my cheese out in the wind.
I know.
I'm trying to figure out who you are.
Bebop, Brian Greasy's not getting hired, dude. He has no experience calling plays.
Y'all tried to bring some.
I hope he doesn't leave. He's perfect where he is.
Robert Saleh. Come
That's
on,
who,
Robert Saleh.
Who's that tight end we had this year? What was his name?
Sobert has to go.
Y'all tried to make
God, all these all these tight end twos are trash.
I know they're
straight garbage.
The reason why we signed a guy named Logan Thomas, but he injury-wise he didn't cut out.
Oh, he's the
And-
old Saint.
Oh, the 35-year-old safety.
Drop two.
30,
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, as long as
Y'all
it's not
tried-
Cameron Latu, we're good.
Y'all tried to sign.
Dude, right when we drafted Latu, I'm like, who the fuck is this?
The Lions
Latu.
Terrible.
So y'all
Yeah.
tried to make a last edition at tight end, but I think it was the Lions that blocked it.
Yeah,
It was,
they
it
did.
was, it was Eric Wright.
They matched our
We
offer.
signed Eric Wright to a offer
Restricted.
sheet, and the Titan and the Detroit Lions matched it on the last day.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that's why I said y'all want someone.
Levi, there are two beings in my existence that have been offered future contracts.
For you.
Now, since you are not a Niner fan, is there a possibility that at least one of these won't be around for me to give me nightmares next year? Because Trent Taylor's bad enough. Like, I know why he's here. But the fact that the Niners signed Isaiah Hodgins from the Giants, of all awful receivers, like, I don't know how I'm going to survive both.
He must block well.
He doesn't. He can't catch. He's like.
I have no idea who that even
Well,
is.
then how the hell did he get on this
He's
team?
a camp body.
I don't know. Everybody said that he's good.
I don't know
Bro,
if it's
there's
Isaiah
like
Hodgins
Boyers-
or is it Hyatt, but it was one of those Giants just signed a futures contract, and I've been hearing my dad like nonstop, like chirping like a little
The Giants
canary. Like
nice draft. They had a really nice
I cannot handle
Terradome
two
and I had a great
awful
conversation about drafting tight ends. We should draft like power forwards who were rejected by the Warriors.
Yeah, rejected power
Yeah, but
forwards. That's the
do
way
you
to go.
think that that's actually going to happen while Kyle Juszczyk is still on this team?
Yeah, I'll tell you
If
one
this
thing.
team is so in love with Kyle Juszczyk, they're never going to move on or try to develop anything around anything.
Y'all should.
I mean, imagine having
Need
like
another Pro
LeBron
Bowl
James,
too
like
there,
young
brother.
LeBron James as a tight end. That'd be crazy.
I know Antonio Gate, that was on the Chargers. He
Said,
played basketball for 4
And we
years.
had, Graham.
Joe Montana played basketball.
Basketball guy. And Gonzalez.
For the Hoosiers in 19.
Tony Gonzalez did.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That's because
Bebop, why do you think we're losing Brian Gracie?
Because
We're
the
not.
Jets wanted to
He's not
interview
going
him for their
anywhere.
head coaching job, but
He did-
Brian
why
Griese's
would they
no
give a
dummy.
guy
He
that's
knows
never
how to
called
take that job.
plays?
We can't
No,
hold
there's no way.
because he's slippery.
He's what?
Tight ends back
He's
in the day,
greasy,
those
so
power
he's
forward
greasy.
guys, they used to run.
Kenny.
Well, he is NFL royalty. He's just
Turn
Eat
not
around
like,
in the
grease
red
ball.
zone and
I didn't
box
order
out.
the grease ball.
Oh.
But aren't
I
the
agree-
Jets
I agree
supposedly
saying- I
like
agree saying
That was
in
from
talks to keep
Ernest
Aaron
goes to jail.
Rodgers?
There's a lot of questions.
Ernest goes to jail.
they are.
That was a classic.
It's a classic.
Ernest
Like,
Scared
Levi,
Stupid
aren't they like
traumatized me as a
That guy
child.
was actually a very.
aren't they
What?
like gonna keep Aaron, but they're gonna cut Devontae? Like there was some weird shit that the Johnson family like threw out this past week.
No way. By the way, y'all should go after Hayden Hurst next year for sure
Hmm.
from the Chargers. Irv Smith Jr. from the Texans isn't bad. Uzomah from the Eagles, but he's starting to get old. He's like 32.
I would love to steal Isaiah Likely from you, to be honest.
No way in hell. Right?
They didn't even throw it. Andrews
Over
or
my
Zach
dead
Flowers.
body.
They threw it to Likely and Scott
Well,
Bass.
off season's coming, folks. We'll see what happens. I gotta go to
Oh, I
work
thought we're
tomorrow.
already in the off
We gotta
season.
get going. We're
Hey,
already kinda late.
Levi.
Oh, okay.
You know what would be really unfair is if you guys stole Trey Hendrickson away from the Bengals.
I don't think he's going to leave there.
I want to say, didn't he just sign a new deal, or was it he on a tag? I thought he just signed a deal.
That's all
Like,
they
he ended
got.
up-
They gave
he
up-
was holding
they gave
out,
up
and I think
interest in
he
this
ended his
season.
holdout. He signed right before the season. Or
Especially
he
with
missed
their
like 3
defensive
games.
Problems.
All right.
I'm just
well,
looking at potential free agents.
so
for y'all,
what do
y'all
we got
some
going
money.
on this week? Terradome, I know you're going live tomorrow morning, right? Or are you?
Yes, sir. Yes, we're gonna just recap everything, and we're gonna have 2 trains of thought. What I would do, and what Kyle is probably going to do. Nice with y'all the 2 weeks.
What time are you going live?
Oh wow, this should be good. I'll be listening. I'll be at
What
work.
time again?
Stay at home. It's still 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific.
Yes, but I'm on for 2 or 3 hours more than likely. Everybody drops by and jumps on, and we have a good time.
All right, Levi, we playing Jackbox Friday?
We're playing some Jackbox Friday.
Okay.
Jackbox does not stop. It is a constant.
Ravens take on, of course, the Steelers Saturday at 8. We're super excited for that. Of course, going to stream that live, and appreciate you for having us.
Jackbox is like Fight Club.
Sweet.
I agree.
Anybody else got anything that they want to talk about before we go? Like show wise for the week? Jay?
Let's see. For this month, nothing. For sure, I'm doing Benavidez versus the Benavidez fight, the light heavyweight champion on Prime.
Diabetes.
So that'll be a good fight for those who are not big boxing, guys like myself. That's a good fight. There's a reason why Canelo is ducking this dude. And yeah, he is ducking this dude. This
Just
guy
put
is
it out there.
And so,
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
is he the new up and comer?
No, he's been there. He's a 3-time super middleweight champion. He tried to get Canelo. Canelo says, "I ain't fighting you. You don't make the money."
Boxing is 437 years old though.
But yeah,
he's saying, "I won't fight you."
Canelo fights for the money.
How are you supposed to fight anybody?
No,
Canelo fights for the money now. Again, I can do boxing and a bunch of other stuff.
That's worse than wrestling.
But
He doesn't believe it.
But that's what I'm doing. That's on February 2nd. So that's my next stream.
You can get Mike Tyson into a cup where you see his booty walking around to the ring. I mean, to
Fake
box
booty?
and a fake. Yes, fake booty.
He is
To box.
So Kenny,
That's
the kicker we have.
What is it?
Power 32 podcast,
Power 32 podcast on Thursday,
4 p.m. Besides that, I'm going to be playing a lot of GTA.
Oh,
are you gonna stream it?
What's the Power 32 podcast?
You don't want to see I just drag people out of cars and beat the shit out of them and then run from the police and then do it again. I'm on a motorcycle with a mask on.
Oh my god.
You hijack him.
Yeah, that's all.
Hey, Corona, good luck catching up to Tommy.
Why?
Also, fun.
Because you said you wanted to tie him or beat him in picks. So I'm saying good luck.
Thank you.
All right, so the start of the mock draft episode season. Last year I did 8. I'm starting February 1st on my birthday.
There he is.
Happy early birthday.
That's gonna be mock draft episode 1, and it will be Saturday night-ish.
I think
happy early birthday too. Happy early birthday.
Just do it at the same time.
I try to be there.
And like everyone here is welcome to come.
You said when's your birthday? February 21st.
There's a big group of people that are coming through this year.
February 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. What? I'm still talking. February 1st. That's when the first episode is.
That's your birthday, right? That's your birthday?
Yeah, that's my birthday.
That's his birthday.
On the first day of February, God gave to us.
That's just what I'm starting.
That's what Royal Rumble too.
That'll do until the draft. It'll probably be.
You guys watch wrestling, Royal Rumble.
11 this year, but that's fine.
So
see how it progresses too, because last year, remember, we started it, and we hadn't hit free agency and done anything there yet. So then, we hit free agency, made some moves, and then the draft adjusted. But
don't forget all the BA nonsense.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Kicking my ass.
BABS.
All right.
By the way, fun little offseason. Y'all are predicted to get a 3rd-round pick, of course, for D'Amico Ryan's hire, as well as a 4th-round pick compensatory for Chase Young.
What else is new?
Yeah, I'd be shocked. I mean, wasn't there like a petition like a couple of years ago where the Niners should get compensatory picks for their people going elsewhere because they were sick of us getting picks for McDaniels and Saleh and all the other
did anything
minority candidates.
It won't doing nothing with him, so he's just mad that he got some picks.
I
Need
mean,
to
if
start
they actually did something
selling
with the
picks and give me
picks,
some.
I could see the teams being mad, but they didn't. So what's the problem?
Yeah.
All right.
Certain owner at MetLife tried to spearhead that with all his buddies.
That
But
was
all right,
fun.
David,
It's like, we actually lead the league since they introduced them. We actually lead the league in comp picks, just so everyone knows.
Yeah.
I'll say
Bill Walsh was a huge Art Rooney
Third round
guy.
that we use on kickers and
Was
tight
it
ends.
you? Is it Baltimore? Levi, look, you're looking that up. I know you
I
are.
was about to say. I think it might be all, but since the Ravens came in, let's see.
I know the Patriots had a lot of them for a long time.
You used to call me on my
When
cell
did they originally introduce that?
Call me on your cell phone, Kenny.
Maybe about 4 or 5 years ago.
You.
Corona loves my picture.
So Remy Faso like he do.
This guy's trying to find something.
How about
on
I'm trying to find it. Like, let's see.
Corona likes my picture.
Hey,
Say,
I like the picture.
just real quick, who scares you more as a DC? Brandon Staley or Robert Saleh?
Robert Saleh.
Yeah, Robert Saleh.
Yeah,
I could beat a Brandon
he had
Staley.
Staley in
I
the building.
don't.
He ain't do nothing.
No, I
Yeah.
meant for the Niners, like
No,
for this
yeah.
upcoming season, because both they were like
Staley
being
sucks.
tossed around.
Staley was
I would
already
like
in the
to have
building.
Saleh back.
Staley didn't do anything to help Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
If we had Saleh at DC and we had McDaniels at OC, we would be good to go.
Baltimore.
I don't know if we'd be good to go, but we'd be certainly better off.
Compensatory picks. The next team's the Packers with 43. I don't know how accurate.
43.
Dallas.
It has the Niners 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with 29
1,
picks. I don't
2,
know how
3,
accurate
4,
that is.
5,
Well,
6,
then
7,
why are
8,
these guys
9.
bitching about us?
Send crack command.
It's
I was
because
about to say the Ravens pride themselves.
it's because our picks were the third round, and they thought we were cheating by having a bunch of minority candidates go elsewhere to keep getting free third picks. So it was
Free
like
picks that didn't amount to jack shit.
it was like
That's
the
exactly what I'm saying.
It was the Giants owner. I think it was Irsay. It was for a while Snyder, and I feel like a handful of other owners were all like in a little cabal trying to stop the Niners getting third round picks because they were so aggravated about it. But
the Brock is hot.
I think
Whatever.
We're just pissed because our diversity.
I'm just saying.
You know,
I'm just saying.
we're
She's been
good.
saying this all night. She might have a crush here.
How do you know Riley's a girl?
Oh, you're right. Could be a boy. That
Well, it
David
could be a
Bill
boy
says,
who now
like-
identifies as a
like
girl.
Hunter.
I don't
Like
think
Hunter,
that's
I
a
know it's
boy.
nicknamed Hunter.
It's probably just a troll. Come on.
No, she
You
goes
never
in all
know.
the Niners.
Brock
things.
is hot. Riley thinks Brock is hot, folks. That's the
They're
announcement.
on Lakers all day,
All right,
right?
Is she
gonna get out of
Brocking in the
here.
free world?
We'll
Yeah,
be
we're
all
gonna
right.
get out of here. And folks, as you know, Korey Davis says, "Go 49ers," and F all 31.